Yeah, welcome to the Noisecast. Take a seat and just listen up, you dumbass. We're gonna talk about stuff and shit, and when we're all done, maybe you can suck our lollipops. Ah, cool, baby. What, you expect me to say like dick? Or wiener? Wiener. Sweet, dude.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to A Very Noise Podcast, a.k.a. The Noisecast. I'm your noise boy from the north, Zeromaster, and go listen to Infect the Mind by DMO on Spotify and Apple Music.
And everything else. Hey,
I appreciate that plug. Listen to it 1,500 times, everybody, then I can start making money.
Hey, I'm Jordan. I'm the noise boy from Australia, and I just moved houses, and it's very comfy.
I am Charles Skoringo, noise boy, just getting over a headache, but is doing much better now. And yeah, you should go listen to that DMO stuff. That sounds
listen to the
pretty hip.
DMO. Listen to that DMO thing, man.
We've embarrassed you, Corey.
I am the white Idris Elba, a.k.a. the black Pee Wee Herman. My name is Doom, and I'm here to pod with the rest of you. Yes, thank you for the plugging of my music that just came out on all major platforms. But it's not about me. We have new person here. We have new noise creator, collaborator, whatever.
Yeah. So today's episode, our guest is you may know him from voice acting and YouTube and content creation, or as I like to think of, Bobo the Abridged series. It's Jesse, aka Nowacking.
Am I gonna die and that's just gonna be the thing that you say at my funeral?
I tried to think of the most embarrassing thing you've made.
Jesse Nowak, friend, family matter, creator, Bobo the Abridged series.
At least it's third. At least there's that.
Yeah. I think that'd be
save you
fucked up.
some dignity.
Comedies in threes, guys.
I think that'd be fucked up if it was actually like a write-up and that's the only thing that they could put. Like, that's the only thing they could find. It's like, out of all the things that Jesse's done, that's what everybody looks at.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's not the most embarrassing thing that I've done. I embarrass myself on a daily basis. So
but it's the most embarrassing thing I could think of off the top of my head. Other than you not knowing what a zip file was, and I had to explain it to you.
Listen, I was like fucking
I'm never gonna let you live that
or something,
down.
Okay?
I'm never gonna fucking let you live that down.
How am I supposed to know?
But in all seriousness, Jesse, it's been a minute. I miss you, bro. It's really good to meet up with you again.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
All I can think of is where's the any key thing?
Fuck.
Yeah, that's cool.
Isn't that a Simpsons reference?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Simpsons.
Yes,
it's
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
It's Jordan. Of course, the fuck was it? If we ever get Blondie on the podcast, it was just Jordan and Blondie talking about Simpsons the whole time.
Let's check that off. The Noisecast reference bingo cheat.
Bingo card. We'll eventually get a blackout if we keep this up.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
This is the most organized podcast on planet Earth. Take care. Have a good one.
No, I know of many more that are worse and more dysfunctional.
So for those listening who might not know who you are, Jesse, why don't you explain who you are?
Shit, I'm so bad at talking to myself. I'm really good at talking to myself. Talking about myself, awful. Whenever I'm on panels and we go around introducing each other, I'm just like, I'm Jesse. I do voice acting. I don't remember anything that I'm in. Okay, next person. I'm very bad at it. Well, I started in a bridge series and like internet parodies and stuff. That's how I started voice acting. I'm a voice actor and a writer. I make internet stuff. I'm a trans dude. I started transitioning a year or two ago. And I try to make the world a better place with stupid internet jokes. How about that?
Hell yeah!
That was decent.
Yeah, that's a mutual goal for all
It's
of
funny
us.
because
I think that was the best introduction I've ever gotten. They're all
I noticed your voice has gotten lower, but like
on
I
this
podcast. I noticed your voice has gotten lower, but I instantly knew it was you. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like Jeff.
I have a way of speaking. I have a speech pattern.
Yeah.
Everybody has that natural cadence of their voice, so it's always really easy to like spot who's who.
My speech pattern is Australian.
Yes, we know.
sometimes.
Yeah, it bounced like the noble kangaroo do. It just sort of go down and back up.
It's reverb.
Speaking of Australia, has the fire been taken out yet?
No,
Jordan, have you taken out the fire
No, the big
yet?
guy in the sky hasn't gone. Fire be gone. It's still there.
Well, Jordan, get on that shit, man.
Yeah,
That's a new name for God I've never heard. Big guy in the sky.
Yeah, well, basically,
Big guy in the
Whatever
Big
you want.
guy in the sky makes me
me.
wonder why.
It's me, your eye in the sky, the guy in the sky. There's still fires below in Australia.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go down in my helicopter and throw my shoe at it.
yeah. No, it's still going. But I'm not. See, I'm not really affected by it, but I do know a few people that are, and it's really scary, actually.
Yeah, I hope everyone's safe.
Yeah.
Like, I hope that they're.
I obviously do too. But we've just been having a bunch of rain, which is weird because we want that rain to go where the fire is, not where we are. It's,
That's always how
what
it
are you,
is.
You're just looking at the clouds like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Go over there.
It's like when California was in that like constant like drought for like years,
Mhm.
and like it would just rain consistently here.
That
up
still
in Canada,
happens.
and I'm like, yo, can I just send this down south?
That still happens. I'm
Uh,
sorry to
what?
say.
The first topic of the new year, we're bringing up natural disasters in 2 noisecast areas.
This is why you brought me on, right? To just bum everyone the fuck.
Jesse, where are you from roughly in the world? Is everything cool where you are?
Where I am?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is everything fine?
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
I had to remember because I lived in Brooklyn for a year, but I just moved to Philadelphia a couple months ago, and I was like, where am I? Is everything fine? Yeah. No.
Have you lived in
everything's
Philly
good.
long enough to know the difference between what is the good cheesesteak and what isn't?
No, and people are furious. Okay, so because I lived in Brooklyn, I'm used to people being like, this is the pizza place. This is my pizza place. This is the best pizza in New York. I come here, everyone's like, this is the cheesesteak. You have to go to, don't, fuck Pat's, fuck Geno's, whatever the fuck. I had a cheesesteak a couple months after I moved here, and it was from like this fucking like sports bar, like not where you're supposed to get a fucking cheesesteak in Philadelphia, and everyone's very upset. So I still have not had like an authentic cheesesteak yet.
You know what it's like?
people have
It's like
opinions.
what's it?
Yeah.
What the fuck it's called? When I went to Halifax for 2 months, they had this thing. I can't fucking remember it, but it's like a cheesesteak, but it's got like onion on it. Like it's heavily onion.
Heavily
Steak-
onion
is
is,
it-
the name
is
of
it
my
steak
Heavily
bomb?
onion.
I
But
can't
like it's the
stand
same thing,
onion.
and I didn't like it. And people were like, "What are you crazy?" I'm like, "No, I just don't like that much onion."
Yeah.
Like,
It depends on how onions are cooked for me, because if they have no...
Caramelized onions
Yes,
quite
if they
great.
have no
Caramelized
more
rocks.
nutritional value to them, they're for me.
what is it called?
Just
The,
fuck
Now
down.
this is gonna fucking.
I think the
bug me.
best cheesesteak I've
we
ever
really
had was
need to change this name of this podcast to just Foodcast or something, because we just speak about
Foodcast.
food a lot.
Does that wait? Check with Zodiac Escobar, Doom. Can he rework the theme into it being "Welcome to the Foodcast"?
You know, I haven't spoken to him this new year, and I'm trying to keep it that way. Yes, I haven't heard
Donaire.
from...
That's what it was called. A fucking.
Thank you for making me not have to explain what's going on with that. Yes, Donaire. Shout outs to Donaire.
Anyway,
Donaires. Yeah, I didn't get it.
Are you just French pronouncing dinner?
No, fucking.
Maybe there's a
It's like a
misunderstanding.
fucking. It's like a steak sandwich, like a cheesesteak, but instead of like fucking cheese, they put on this like weird onion shit and garlic, and it. Normally, I like those two things, but like on a steak sandwich, it just doesn't work for me.
After that,
Okay.
your
I don't know
mouth
what it is.
your mouth would be just like so because onion is stinky and so is garlic. It'd be like stinky the whole time.
Yeah, but sometimes things that are stinky are the best things for you.
stinky
Yeah.
poo. Yeah.
very true.
I can't eat garlic though because immediately people know that I've eaten garlic because they'd be like, "Oh, your breath stinks." I'm like, "Oh, gee, thanks."
Yeah.
It
See, I
sucks,
used
like,
to
that-
be a. Oh, you go. Sorry, you go.
Oh, no, that's cool. I was just gonna say, like, it happened the other day where I had a date and I wanted this garlicky thing, and I was like, I can't. Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
That's the worst.
like I used to be super duper into garlic bread. I used to like eat garlic bread a lot because I used to work at a pizza joint, and
Yeah.
I just sort
With
of
biggest mob, James.
yes, with biggest mob James, and I just sort of like over time started to resent it, not because it made my breath stinky, but it was more like just the taste became more of like a it almost tasted just like normal bread. Like I got used to the garlic taste. Like I don't, it was just I don't know.
You know what's weird? Like, and I promise we'll end the food conversation soon, so this doesn't become the food.
Oh damn it! I still had
but like
something I
ever
wanted to
since
chime
I
in with.
started this diet, the South Beach diet that I've been on, like certain things, like I can't drink regular Coke anymore because it's too sweet. Even like Coke Zero is getting to like that point where it's too sweet.
That's
So,
not
I mean,
a
I
bad
guess
thing
that's
either,
a
man.
good thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is not
like
a bad
my palate
thing.
is changing, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I used to like this thing, but it was giving me diabetes, so maybe not.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Soda is just spicy diabetes water. You don't need that in your life.
Pretty much is, yeah.
Spicy. Yeah, no,
See, that's why I switched over to seltzer because I got tired of drinking so much beer. And so it was just like, yeah, nothing but seltzers now. It's still spicy.
I'm drinking Perrier right now. Fuck.
I had a juice. I had a pineapple juice. That is what I had.
I like pineapple juice. It's very good.
Yo, my buddy's birthday was last weekend, and my brother told me that these things are basically like sparkling water with vodka in it, and apparently all the dude bros who
White Claws.
who weightlift drink them. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a couple of these, and they're actually pretty good.
What are
And
they?
I felt good because I'm like, oh, I can
What
drink
are they,
alcohol
White
again because it
Claws?
doesn't have carbs in it.
Yeah, I don't know why they're
Claws.
called White Claws.
I'm not a fan of White Claws.
Yeah. I don't like seltzer, but I drink White Claws because I'm like, oh, add some poison to this that will make me happy. Yes, okay, now I'll drink it.
That's probably how you do it too. That's probably how you do it. You gotta add something to it.
So
I think I
knowing
just can't
that you
do
live
White
in
Claw.
Philly now, I have a couple of Philly questions.
Oh yeah, I'm the expert. What's up? That's not a Philadelphia accent.
Have you ran the Rocky Steps?
Oh fuck, no, I haven't. I gotta find those.
God damn it, Jesse!
I'm getting pumped. I've been working out. I'm getting swole. But
I know
feel...
you're getting swole. I've seen the pictures.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
last thing you got to do is run up the Rocky Steps for sure, and then just go punch somebody that looks like Mr. T.
I have to drink 12 dozen eggs, run up the stairs, and then just puke. That's what I need to do as a Philadelphian.
Yeah,
in a tracksuit.
And there's just like a whole bunch of just stained puke on the top of the fucking stairs.
Oh, and the other big Philly thing you need to do is you need to drive a car while eating a bowl of cereal. That's something you can do.
Yes.
They do that in Philly.
They do. I saw it on the TV.
The TV told me.
Yeah.
The shiny box told me.
That's awesome.
Fuck.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Jordan, have you not seen It's Always
Interior
Sunny?
Crocodilator?
No, I haven't. I know it's bad, right? I've never seen It's Always Sunny in Philly.
Oh, dude, you've never seen a show with more unlikable people on it in your entire life.
Wait,
but
what's this now?
It's Always Sunny in Philly. Every character is a piece of shit, but you love them for being pieces of
I've
shit.
seen clips, but I haven't seen a full episode.
Oh, that's great.
There was an episode that had a very real fear of mine, which was the fear of getting stuck in a water slide.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, very big fear of mine. I don't know why. I have a lot of irrational fears.
I hate toads. That's my cane toads. Yuck.
Oh, we're talking fears now. I don't like.
Are we talking fears now? Oh yeah. Dim
Okay,
the
let's
lights.
go from disasters to worst fears.
We're on a roll. This episode brought to you by Lars von Trier. It's directed by Lars von Trier. That's why it's so negative.
It's like a David Lynch piece almost.
It's a snuff film. Oh man. Yeah. Toads. I hate toads. I fucking can't stand them.
I thought they were called Chazwalzers in Oz.
Chazwalzers. Chazwalzers.
That's a Simpsons reference.
It's another Simpsons reference. Yeah. I mean,
Don't
I
you
don't
guys
know.
just love Disney Plus?
Are we actually talking about our fears? Because like
We don't have to.
We don't
need one psycho on the internet to be like, I know how to get them now. I know their fears.
I'm going to trap Jordan in a fucking room with cane toads in it. Oh. I'd rather not.
It's going to be hard to get me. I don't go to the water park, bitch.
I know who your least favorite My Hero waifu is. It's Froppy, obviously.
Oh, no, I think Froppy's okay. She's
a frog.
She's a frog,
It's
not a
different.
toad. If there was a toad character, I'd go,
Oh, you're just amphibian racist, Jordan. I didn't realize that.
If you can make my fear fuckable, then it's okay.
Oh my
That's
god!
how we beat it. That's how we beat Jigsaw.
I was going to say.
Guys, that explains why I love Beastars so much. It cured my fear of furries. Oh my god, it makes sense.
Listen,
Look,
we can
you
just
can't
defeat
make-
Pennywise if we go to Derry and just... You turned into something that might be but fuckable.
You know, hold on, wait a minute. I need to know if this exists.
Didn't Ariana?
I need to know. I'm putting my phone in incognito.
yo, a hentai water park would be. We could be so rich.
That's just every beach episode of most anime.
Think about it. A water slide that comes down. The legs are slides. There's like a hole in the middle that's a slide.
Oh, fuck.
Hentai and water park should be illegal to put those two words in the same sentence.
Okay, there's a full
think
page.
Of the money we could make,
guys. There's a full page for Pennywise on Rule 34.
Oh
no!
Why would you
There's
even
a
check?
full fucking page.
Why would you even check?
I need to know. Okay. I'm checking Jigsaw next.
How did you not
cursed
know?
Information.
Yeah,
it's literally a rule to the internet.
Oh my god! There's a full page. Wait. No.
What?
Yeah, there's a full page of Jigsaw too.
I ship them. What about Pennywise X? How much porn is there of that?
Oh fuck, man.
Probably a
lot. Looks like Zero's got some explaining to do.
Look, I'm doing this on incognito.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, sure. Remember,
I accidentally like typed in something
don't
off
have-
of it,
our
and now
podcast
it's there
isn't-
forever, and I want to delete. I don't want to delete it,
Guys, our podcast isn't popular enough yet to get like a VPN to sponsor us, so it's not like I can like say.
but it does have Raid Shadow Legends.
no,
Oh my god,
we
shut
don't.
the fuck up.
We probably could though.
we sponsored everybody. Also, I was gonna say.
Speaking of sponsors, I keep getting this one Daki Makura pillow thing emailing me like, "Hey, you're an anime guy. Why don't you do this?" I'm like,
You should totally do it.
But I did. I replied to them like months ago, and I didn't get a reply back. And now they're sending me the same email again. I'm like, what? I don't understand.
Send a message back. Come on.
Just
keep sending them messages until they
email,
reveal that they're a prince from Saudi Arabia who wishes for your credit card and social security information to give you money.
A prince. That's probably what it is. But like,
oh my god!
But it seems legit because it's like, oh, we've done work with the Anime Man and stuff. I'm like, I know that guy, the Anime Man.
Hey, another Australian.
Yeah, he is. He's an Australian. But I don't actually think he lives here though.
What is it with Australians loving anime?
Sorry, I think you gave me like the best idea. Okay, this is a weird train of thought. This video hasn't come out yet, but I edited a video where it's I do a series called Pink Blue, which is about like where I talk about queer stuff, and episode 7 is titled "I commissioned porn of myself." And I
this was the fucking post you put on.
This is what I saw.
I put a clip on Twitter and Instagram, but in the video I'm talking about like I don't know what to do with this. What do I do? Do I print it out? Do I put it on my wall? I should put it on a docky. I should just get a fucking docky.
Absolutely
Upload
do that.
it
Absolutely
on
do that.
34.xxx.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, I'm so excited.
People will buy it.
Dude, I was gonna say, if you can get people to to buy pillows of
Dude,
you.
if I can't see this picture of your dick, it doesn't exist.
I'll send you a dick pic. I'll do it.
Why not? Hold on, hold on. I just realized I gotta turn my phone off just in case someone calls me, and I don't want that to be on the
Good boy.
on this podcast.
Oh, so unprofessional.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've
As all of us do that.
Yeah,
I've done it every single episode except like the last one and this one. I've had my phone off, and then for some reason I just forget to do it. It's very strange. I don't know why I do it.
I
keep getting in trouble for not shutting my phone off when I go into work, and then like an alarm will go off, and then my boss will just be like, "Hey, turn that off and go put it in your car." Okay,
in your car, just throw it on a fucking the most closest car you can get to.
That's literally what my boss tells me to do.
That's so weird.
I guess. Sorry, go ahead.
I guess my job is a little lax, and I mean I work at a hospital, but I just keep mine in my phone just in case there's an emergency. Like
the place I work at is like I do such a good job there that the managers basically fuck off and let me do whatever, so I can just check my phone whenever. And it's like what are you gonna do? Get rid of me? Go ahead, do it.
Fire me.
Like, see what happens.
And now one of your bosses is going to hear this.
No, they do. So what? I'll be like, yeah. It's like I'll just, you know what I would tell them? I tell them like, Yeah, you heard me. You heard my voice on that podcast.
Yeah, it was me.
No. Just always go
It was
back to
boosted.
the "it wasn't me." Go with the Shaggy response.
The Shaggy Testament. Good thinking.
Yeah. Scooby Snacks.
Listen, guys, you can't just use the Chewbacca defense whenever you want.
No, don't you remember back in the day?
Man.
There's that song, and she caught me on the counter.
Not that.
It wasn't
not that
me.
Shaggy. Fucking.
That's what he sounds like, right?
I was very shocked to find out that that's not what that guy's actual voice sounds like.
You mean he doesn't go, "Hey guys, it's me, Shaggy. What's up?"
No, he literally talks like one of the Wayans brothers. It's hilarious. Like he's got a really kind of high pitched voice.
Hey man,
The Shaggy excuse is either I was too high and eating dog treats to come into work, or wasn't me. Those are the two Shaggy excuses.
Oh, but you could also get away with that with being the Afro Man excuse as well, which is I couldn't come to work because I got high.
Because I got high.
So, guys,
Yeah.
since we're talking about music, I have a new rap CD I bought,
Oh, Jesus.
and this was from the dollar store.
Oh, goody.
So you know it's gonna be good. The artiste is Young MC,
Young
and
MC.
the album is called Return of the One Hit Wonder.
Okay. Immediately, I'm
Well, that
interested.
means it
You
would
guys
be,
know-
that would be the second hit wonder, my friend.
You guys know how I feel about random like rap CDs and that shit. So
Thank goodness,
this one-
dollar.
like thank goodness dollar. Yeah, that shit. So this one gave me a line that didn't hit me as much since the last time I had one of those, like from like JT left.
Well, I never fall, but then I get up.
So-
or whatever.
There's a Wikipedia page for this, by the way.
So yeah, so this album's actually produced. Like this came out in 1997.
Oh, jeez.
So this is an actual album, but
So
it
he's
was at the
not
dollar
young
store.
anymore. He's just an NMC.
Yeah, he's just
Yes, he's
old
57 now.
So
he ain't
track
young.
2 on this is called Freaky, spelled with IE at the end, not a Y.
Mhm.
And the line that got me was at the end, near the end of one of the verses, he says, and I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but it's if it's squeaky, I'll WD-40 it. Let's get freaky.
That is a bar. That is
Okay,
a fucking
wait,
bar.
hold on.
I don't know.
What is squeaky? Is it a bed or a vagina? Because I'm very confused of the context. Is it
That's the
both?
thing, it's not really specified.
It could be a completely third hole that you haven't even thought of yet.
The third
We don't
hole.
know what he's talking about.
Oil up all the holes.
hole.
If it's squeaky, there's problems.
Yeah.
But it's just like I was listening to this in my car, as I do with most mixtapes, and I almost ran through a red light because of
Damn, he gangster.
I was laughing
You need to
so
find
hard.
him and tell him this.
I can just imagine a cop pulling you over. Sir, did you know why I pulled that? Holy shit, is that the new... Wait, what's the name of the artist?
Young MC?
Is that the Young
Is that
MC
the
album?
new Young MC? Oh, that shit is tight. We'll let you go, sir.
Yeah.
Well,
my
that's how
next
it would have
tattoo.
happened in Real Rob.
But it's just, why do I keep finding these like lines?
Real
in-
Rob.
and stuff,
Rob
like-
Schneider.
Rob Schneider's real. He's Young MC.
That's what
This
he's
is
been
why,
doing.
like,
Huh.
Yeah.
this is why I said during one of my streams I cannot pass up a mixtape now because it might have gold.
Mhm.
Like it might be a Shadow Clan or a JT Lefty or a Young MC.
Shadow Clan Jutsu.
Fun fact: apparently, he worked with MC Hammer.
Wait, who?
Young MC worked
Oh, really?
with MC Hammer.
Not
Oh
all
my God.
MCs know each other. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna
No,
say,
no,
what-
I'm
what
reading
is-
this off the.
What does
I'm
MC
reading this
stand
off the-
for? Minecraft?
Well, first of all, I'm
Mind
reading this
control,
off of the
'cause they're all
off
in
of
the same
Wikipedia. So that may or may not be factual. It might just be Young MC who put that there himself to throw me off to think he actually worked with them. And what the fuck does MC? It's like microphone something or other. Mike something.
Mike Commander, isn't it?
I think so. Something like that.
Because there's a mindless self-indulgence song called Mike Commander. I think that's how I...
I fuck with them. I don't know why I like mindless self-indulgence.
They're cool.
They're very,
but I
they're
do.
very
I don't really
strange.
like MSI, but I like their side thing, the left rights or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Jimmy
'cause they have that
Urine did another thing, and he's doing like a solo, which is pretty good.
Because they have that one song about story time where it's their favorite time Could it be story time? Is that what we're talking about? Is
Story time is a pretty good time. I like party
It's
time.
pretty good
also.
time. It's my favorite
Snack time is pretty dope.
I like snack time.
Oh fuck!
I fuck with snack time. Also, break time is also good too.
Break time is also good. You know what's
But
better
why
than
would
all
you
that though?
break time?
Nap time.
Closing
Nap time.
time.
Oh hell yeah! Closing time.
I swear to God.
Time to close the doors now. I don't know what the song.
Yeah,
I got in
album
trouble
shows
once
it
at the
is.
strip club for playing that at closing time.
No, I want to see someone strip to closing time now. That sounds lit.
Oh, yeah,
I've never had that. The best ones I've had is Space Jam multiple times.
Yeah.
But
I've seen someone strip
no.
to Heathens, which was an interesting experience because it's so slow, and she was doing her fucking best. But I was like, you don't have to. I felt bad. I wanted to stop it. It was like
You
a car crash in slow motion.
I've had
Imagine
some girls in
someone's-
the past request some really bad songs.
someone should
Like,
strip
what's that
dance to
fucking
a.
Evanescence song that's like really slow and is just like 5 notes on a piano?
Oh,
Oh,
Not
fuck.
bring me to life. What's the other one?
No, it's
no,
not
that's
that
their
one.
main one.
Oh, is it from? Oh, fuck! I forget the name of it. Oh shit.
There is a rock version of it as well. Like there's like a sad
When you
version
cry,
of
just
it.
just wipe away all of your tears.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Don Canary Rise.
Wipe away
Yeah.
all
This girl
of your
said she would tip me $50 if I played that for her, so I said, okay, whatever. And then as the song is
My
playing,
Immortal, that's what it's called.
Thank you.
Oh,
fuck.
yes.
How can we
Immortal.
forget? It's named after the famous fan fiction.
oh god, yes,
Fuck.
big fan of that fan fiction.
Oh
by the way.
man, are you guys ready for the Garfield Bowl this Sunday?
The what?
Oh, when that clip finally goes live on your
yeah.
fucking.
So, for context, for anybody listening, there is this
I'm
fan
interested.
fiction artist named Shakespeare Hemingway. That's his name.
Shakespeare Hemingway.
Lovely.
And he writes Garfield fan fictions where Garfield is a badass.
Mhm.
Is this?
I
This
got
is
the
not.
voice.
This is not
I got
the
the voice
really.
Kanye.
This is not the really like creepy over the top Garfield.
No,
like,
no, no. This is
John.
no, like
That one's also
the one that's
beautiful.
coming.
I'm a
that's
big
great.
The
fan
one
of
that's
that.
coming out on my channel is my good friend Danny read.
Mhm.
She read the Garfield Bowl, which is a story about Garfield fighting Kanye West for the spot of who's going to play the Super Bowl halftime.
Oh
show.
my god!
Oh, hell
yeah, I got to live out my dream and be Kanye.
I hope they settle it out in the end and they just do a duet together because that would be
Dude.
single-handedly the greatest
no.
Supertime halftime show.
I'm not going to spoil it, but
No,
that
they
doesn't
for sure
happen.
have sex.
Oh, okay.
Oh, someone has sex.
And it
in
ain't
this thing.
Garfield.
Now I got it.
Oh my
Kanye's a
god!
hero
I
to
wonder,
me.
Jordan. I wonder if Lee knows about these fan fictions. I have to ask her.
Oh yeah, she loves Garfield.
She is such a Garfield fan. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
She likes, from what I could tell, she really likes Garfield and Eric Cartman. I think that.
She likes she likes South Park just in general.
Oh, okay. Fair
That
enough.
is the craziest.
Ladies only
is-
want one thing, and it's disgusting.
Eric
Can you picture you
Cartman
go out on a
X
date with a
Garfield.
chick?
Oh god, you guys are reminding me of the Smash Brothers fucking fan fiction that
No,
CJ tried his
We
best to
can't.
get
That's
through.
the longest thing in literature
The longest
ever.
piece of the.
We
it
talked
is-
about this on episode
It
1
is the
too.
longest piece of literature to exist,
Why?
and it's a fan fiction about fucking Super Smash Bros.
What
To be fair though, they're with all the characters they're fucking adding, you could do that forever.
I was gonna say what I would say is what I can say about that is the person behind it really has an imagination. That's for sure. Like,
Hell yeah. No, for sure.
and-
like anyone who has that kind of dedication, like I can't even commit
Yeah.
to a serial. You know, like fucking. If you got time and you got skill, fucking yeah, write a 1,000,000 chapter fanfiction about Smash Brothers. I support you.
Yeah,
That's-
you could.
that's
the
The thing
American
is
way.
about Smash is you could just put any character in, and it's really just like normal.
Mhm.
You know, like that's
Yeah.
just it's just a multi-character video game character literature piece. It's
Well, I know that you've been writing those journals on Patreon. Do you post those anywhere else, or are those just for like?
Oh no, that's
Patreon.
just for Patreon. Because
Okay.
I
Do
want
you
something like
do you
special to like give to them, and I feel bad because like no matter what, if someone gives me $1 each month, there's nothing I could do to thank them adequately. Like it means so fucking much to me that like whatever reward I offer is going to be garbage. Like there's nothing I can do to thank someone, you know, for like giving me $5 or $20. So I'm trying to like
It's actually-
do something individual, you know, something special that's just for them.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a good way to do it. I felt
pretty neat way.
I felt the same way, so that's why I stopped my Patreon. I felt like I wasn't giving out enough, and I felt like, you know, if I continued doing it, I mean, I have a job now as well, and that's sort of what pays my bills. But like, I just felt like I wasn't sort of, I don't know how to explain it. I wasn't really living up to what my Patreon was sort of, you know, giving me, I suppose. And
I don't feel too bad. I have 4 patrons, and those fuckers only give me $1, so they can just get an early video.
oh, hell yeah. Those fuckers.
But Patreon's been good for like networking. That's how I was able to like get this set up, because like I didn't know. It'd been such a long time since I talked to you, Jesse. I'm like, I don't know what you use. I don't know if you use Discord.
Yeah, no, like I don't even.
Fuck it, there's Patreon.
Half the time, like you, I have my Discord on permanent do not disturb because I don't really use it. I'm like doing shit. I didn't know that you messaged me 20 minutes ago and was like, "Is everyone ready?" And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah."
Well, see, I have mine on do not
just
disturb.
Put on clothes, dude.
I mean, mine's on do not disturb the same way my Skype was, because
I put mine on do not disturb because I don't want to hear and see those fucking notifications popping up and getting in the way of everything.
See, I'm in.
Yeah,
I have the same problem I had on Skype, where I had to be on do not disturb all the time, because if I didn't, people would fucking message me relentlessly. So I'm like, I need to just stay on that.
The moment I put myself onto online, people go, "Oh, look, woo!"
You know when Skype used to do an update and then it would change your status to online? Those were hell days for me, because I would have like 30 new messages. I'm like, what happened? Oh, it put me on online.
Do people actually still use Skype? Is that really?
It's ridiculous.
It happens to me on Grindr now.
A lot of people apparently
like,
still message me.
There's no do not disturb on Grindr. And I'll just block people. like, I don't give a shit. Like, if you message me the moment I come online, I'm like, bye.
Yeah, see?
It's like, give me a minute. It's like having that. It's like that morning coffee. It's like, don't talk to me.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm horny. I'm not that horny. What are you doing? It's 5 a.m.
I get freaked out on Tinder when I get a match with a girl and she messages me within like 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, no, I know what I look like. I know I'm not that interesting to you. And then I open up her message and it's like, hey, for more, just go to this website link.
Oh my god, can we talk about that? Because I've been doing dating sites. I fucking hate that. Like, ladies, listen, ladies, gentlemen, sex workers, you want to do your sex work? That's fine. Keep it off the goddamn dating sites. So that is so annoying.
I'm getting
that is
porn
annoying.
links on PlayStation Network.
Oh my god, me too.
Same here. I'm getting weird messages on PlayStation too. Like, hot chick 93. I'm like, no, please go away,
guys.
And then it's like they always try to say lewd shit, but they censor themselves.
It's like the fucking like this shit's starting to become the new door-to-door salesman shit.
It's honestly, really I appreciate the hustle, so I don't mind.
No, I appreciate the hustle, but certain places you don't put it in. Like,
you don't look if you're on PlayStation Network. If you're on PlayStation Network and shit like that, that is nasty. I'm sorry. I don't care how much of a gamer you are.
PlayStation Network, dating sites, and like any type of gaming network. It's like, no, we all know what you're wanting. We all know what we're not getting.
By the way, I'm all right with it being on dating sites. But gaming stuff, when you can't tell if someone is over 18, I feel like that's where I'm
that's that's the worst.
Didn't
part
even
about
think
it.
of that one, but
that's
now,
a good point. Actually,
I'm doubling down on my stance here.
How many unsolicited messages on PlayStation do you answer to, Jesse?
Listen, I'm kidding.
As your attorney, the smart answer is 0.
I do have a funny story about advertising on Tinder, though. Like, I had these buddies who were in a band. And they made a Tinder profile, or at least the one singer, she made a Tinder profile. And they would always when a night they would have a show, they would go online, and they would just respond, hey, we're not down to fuck, but if you want to come to our show.
That is awesome.
That's nice. The Dungeons and Dragons podcast I'm on, the 3 of our members that were single, we put in our Tinder bios and OkCupid bios about our podcast, and we had like this kind of competition going to see how many people we could get to listen to our podcast.
That's awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
That's a fucking idea right there, boys.
Wait a minute. You have a D&D podcast?
Sorry, what?
You have a D&D podcast? I didn't know this.
Yeah. That's Lost in the Multiverse. It's I think we have. It's a lengthy series. There's a lot of our URL is dnd.cool. if you go to dnd.cool, you get lost in the multiverse.com. And it's been going for 2 years now. We have 2 more seasons to record.
I don't know about this.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I just started listening to the Adventure Zone.
What do you? You found it. Oh, you found it. Oh, that's awesome.
D&D.cool.
I can't believe that's
D&D.cool. Man, that is sick.
It's
cool.
awesome because I
awesome.
started. They brought me onto the series. This is like. It's a little dark, but you know what? We've talked about darker shit a little earlier in this.
Yeah, that's true.
I was gonna kill myself 2 years ago because I wasn't transitioning. And
Everything's cyclical. We're going back to the negative stuff again.
let's go. We're getting deep dark in the hole.
No, continue.
Welcome to the deep dive, guys.
This is why you brought me on, right? To just bum everyone out.
No, we promise.
So 2 weeks
I
before,
brought you on because you're my friend, you fucking asshole.
zip files. So 2 weeks before I was gonna do it, my friend Sam Haft, who's a voice actor, he messaged me and was like, "Hey, we had someone drop out of a D&D project that I'm working on, and we need another member. Would you like to come onto the show?" And I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to do D&D. Okay, I won't kill myself for a bit. And I went
For a bit. Oh my god.
A bit. I'll delay it like a month. And I had a great time, and I was able to like explore, like I got to play a trans character, and it was like my first time being like, oh shit, I don't have to die. Maybe the world is an okay place to exist. And
that's really
D&D
cool.
saved my life.
Listen, I think that's
that,
a really
That is really
that's
cool.
a really
Yeah.
cool and strong story that I think is good to hear. Because like I don't know, I don't want to pry too much, but like one of my closest friends is a trans dude, and I only knew him as a dude. I never knew him as anything else. So, and he's taught me a whole lot of stuff about that shit. Because
That's awesome.
I have no idea. They don't teach this shit in school.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I don't fucking know how any of this shit works. But like it's just been like a godsend to have somebody who's like, oh, thank God I can ask somebody questions and not feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm
that shit.
hoping to do with Pink Blue, you know, the series that I work on, because you know, a lot of trans people are you know, not comfortable answering questions from strangers or whatever, and I'm hoping that like and I understand that too, because like if someone just comes up to me and is the first thing out of their mouth is like, "Do you have a penis?" I'm like, "Goodbye, I don't want this." But if I can like set up an environment, and if someone asks me a question in a respectful way, I'll answer fucking whatever. Like I'm an open book. So that's what I'm hoping to do with Pink Blue, is just to be able to like give people information and stuff that they, you know, don't have to ask someone else. They can just watch this series and be like, oh, okay, that, and then that avoids some awkward.
So are you doing that on your channel or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
sweet.
All right.
Yeah,
Definitely send us a link our way, because I think people should check that out.
Jesse, educate me, please.
I was gonna say we may not have like a big following here, but I guess like every little thing sort of helps, I suppose, too.
totally.
You know, get the
Absolutely,
name
I appreciate
around. Yeah, I'd be totally cool with that. Yeah, we should do that.
Totally tubular, dude.
Totally tubular, dude. Oh yeah, well, no, that's good. Like, I mean, I know like something as dark as suicide, and that's sort of like a, you know, it is an obvious problem in this world. It's really like upsetting, and I know a lot of people that have gone through it, and some have actually gone through and done it, and it's awful. But when you know there's that one sort of shining light at the end of the tunnel, and then that actually can just come out of nowhere and it helps you, that's like, honestly, hearing stories like that makes me like, oh man, oh, this world is great. You know, like this world actually is a good place sometimes.
Yeah, there might be a little glimmer of, you know, because like I've tried to kill myself twice before that point, and I'm glad that I'm bad at something. You know, I'm good at a lot of things.
That's not a bad thing.
If there's a thing to be really fucking terrible
That's
at,
not, yeah.
I
That's not a
just
bad
started killing
skill.
myself.
I mean, I guess in a sense that is a bad skill to have. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's, I know it's probably shitty sort of way to say it, but like I'm glad that you can sort of laugh about it, I suppose, in a sense, like where you've obviously gone and I don't know, like conquered it, I suppose is the, I don't know if that's the right word to say, but like,
Conquered it.
you know, yeah. I mean, you've gone and found something like this D&D podcast that's really helped with, you know, being positive.
That's something that it's something that like it's hard to explain to somebody. Like it's like explaining anxiety to somebody who doesn't have anxiety. It's like impossible. I didn't understand it until I started like realizing, holy shit, I have this thing. And now I understand it because I have this. It's really hard unless you go to school for it or you have the thing and there's no real way to explain it. So that's why it's like something like gender dysphoria. I have no idea how that feels because I've never thought of it. I've never had that feeling. So trying to get somebody like my buddy to explain it to me, it's like I understand where you're coming from, but it's one of those things where you're just not gonna be able to tell me. You have to feel it. So so it's so I can totally understand where you would why you would go to a dark place like that. So but yeah, I think we're getting better at it though. I think society is getting better at trying to find a way to explain to people who don't have that as something they have to deal with on a daily basis.
I feel like something like that will eventually, I don't know how long it will take, but I'm assuming it's going to be hopefully commonplace, you know, like at some stage. I don't know. I mean, again, with like Zero said, I'm obviously sort of still, they don't teach it at schools and all that. And I have a friend who's transitioning.
Like the problem is it's kind of a touchy subject in some places too, because like it's being more commonplace is kind of a new thing. Yeah, trans people have existed for like hundreds of years. This is not a new thing, but like it being part of mainstream society is kind of a new thing. So people don't know how to handle it and people don't know how to like approach it. So it's probably going to take a while before it gets figured out on a level where everybody's going to understand it or have it taught. But like, I think we're moving in the right direction. And I think that you doing that series is a good idea.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm
absolutely.
I don't fucking understand any of this shit.
yeah. It's one of those things where my online personality has always been very big and out there and confident. But in the past, I haven't actually felt that way. It was kind of more of a persona that I put on for public appearance, you know? And so I'm honestly, it's a very weird thing to say that I'm modest, because like in saying that you're modest, is that modest, you know, is that not modest? But I in the past have been very modest about my internet presence. I've been creating content and voice acting and stuff for 12 years now, so I'm known in shit, but I don't accept that I am known, so I kind of just had been in denial of it for 10, 11 years, and I go to conventions, forget that I'm known, people recognize me, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's not a big deal or whatever. But I realized with coming out as trans how important it is that I understand and accept the privilege that I have, that I can send a tweet and 20,000 some people see it, you know, so I had to kind of accept that part of myself, because me coming out, the first convention that I went to after I came out a year or two ago was a BronyCon, and I was doing panels and stuff, and I think I had like the longest autograph line that I've had in my life. Like I was supposed to be there for an hour. I stayed like an hour 45 minutes because I wanted to get through everyone, and I didn't have a panel afterwards, and I don't like turning people away, but there were so many trans kids and trans teenagers and adults that have trans sons or daughters, and all of them, there were like, it was really emotional for me because it was just so much of people just being like multiple people were like, you saved my life just by coming out and existing.
That is the best thing ever. That is the best thing.
It's so much to put on a 25-year-old at the time. You know, I was like, oh my God, like what I have to exist with this information that what I do affects people. So that's why I started doing this series and being more vocal about the queer community, because I realized this is so much bigger than myself. If I want to be modest, I can't afford to be modest right now. I have to be loud and proud because I'm saving lives by existing. And that's like a crazy fucking thing. And I don't want that power, but I have it, and I can't just give it back, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we all remember what Uncle Ben said, you know?
Yeah. Get this bullet out of me.
Spider-Man. That's
Get this bullet out of me.
You said
No, I
pizza
think-
time, right?
I think that's cool too, though, because
He said
A lot
Spider-Man
of-
2, Electric Boogaloo.
Fucking Christ.
but Jesse, I think that's really cool though, because like honestly, you see people when maybe they catch a little bit of the public eye. People begin to watch their content, watch them grow, and I think it's a good thing that you're also still incredibly down to earth, because where a lot of people they might let it go to their head. But like you're still pretty down to earth and like willing just to talk to people in general about shit.
Oh,
so
thank
I
you.
think that's a really good quality, like just in general.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's
that is really dope.
part of it is also like I watch my behavior now also, because I had a lot of toxic masculinity that I had to deal with in the past. A lot of trans dudes end up as fuckboys because there's a lot of performative masculinity that we have to do in order to be accepted by male culture. You have to be the most masculine you can, otherwise people don't accept you, and it's much easier to be the bully than be bullied. So I was very like anti-women, and I said a bunch of like I don't even recognize the person that I was 2 years ago, and I realized that people are paying attention to me. I'm people's role models, whether I want to be or not. So what I do matters, and I can't just like be openly racist or openly anti-women or I can't just be a hateful person, even if I wanted to be, because people are paying attention to what I'm doing, and I'm influencing like kids, even if I don't want to, so that made me like become a better person.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like it's obviously not on the same level, but I know what you mean, because people are like watching, and I've also gotten those messages before where people be like, "Hey, you like brighten up my day," like you kept me around, stuff like that. So like it's one of those things where like you do feel a sense of responsibility to it, but at the same time it's one of those things where it's like as long as you're not a hateful person, the hate's not going to come out.
Right? Exactly.
I see
Yeah.
it.
Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things. It's my friends. I used to just trust everyone openly, and now people need to earn my trust, because it's one of those things like, the example I use the most is I never, ever, ever trust cis white dudes who say, the N-word once accidentally, because that means that they are comfortable saying it in private and it just let it slip in front of me, and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and in my head I'm like, "Oh no, you're used to saying that word, bud. That means you were just so comfortable saying it that it slipped out. Don't trust you."
That's fair enough. Like everyone has their sort of like their way of sort of how do I explain this? Like
There are barriers.
I give people
I wouldn't
three.
say judge, but like sort of make that's it.
I give people 3 strikes. If after the second time they haven't figured it out, I'm like, okay, well, you obviously do use this on your own time and in that connotation. If it's not hurting anybody, it doesn't bother me, but it's like one of those things where like if they're going to use it openly, I'm like,
and that's probably the best way to say it. Actually, yeah. I don't know. I was trying to explain it myself, but my head was just ooh.
Every so often, people slip up. Something happens just because it's the way it is, and that's why we have the cheese Danish.
Yeah,
Cheese
that is why we had the cheese Danish. Yeah,
The cheese Danish.
To explain real quick, that's how we censor ourselves. If somebody says something,
if we say
I shouldn't
something,
have said
if we want something masked, we use the lovely cheese Danish to protect us.
To protect us.
What happened to the?
Just throw a
what
cheese
happened to
Danish
the,
out right now, just for some respect. No, just
No, don't do it.
I can't believe you would fucking say that. Corey. What the shit, dude?
and now that's the joke.
Yeah. I guess
Can I ask what happened to beef sandwich in the T-posing aliens?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, what the fuck?
Well, the
Where is that?
how we were so basically, Jesse, to sort of like put it in perspective, we were talking about on one of the episodes how memes basically and meme culture have turned into literally just putting an image of something with just any word like in the English language. So we were just thinking, what if I just put like a really weird T-posing alien and then just said beef sandwich, and that was like the meme.
That's a meme.
That's a
meme.
merch. That's the first shirt we're making.
Yeah,
No, we got to make the cheese Danish shirt first.
Yeah. Well,
That
it's
one's
it's like
first,
when I
and then
said
that one.
when I said with like Baby Yoda, it's like you can't like Baby Yoda is like, oh, the meme is you're putting a picture of Baby Yoda and just anything you want under it, and that's the meme.
Yeah.
Like,
But then you said it, and you did that, and it was funny.
Yeah.
but
The
I'm sorry,
irony.
I didn't mean to.
Dude, my
But-
mom looked up a GIF of hepatitis, all right? You can't tell me you didn't make something funny.
That's so random. A gif of
A gif of hepatitis.
A gif.
I need to explain that my mom is new to Twitter.
We love you, Mama Doom.
We love
Mama
yes,
Doom.
Mom, I love you.
Shout out to Mama
and
Doom again.
and she was going to she knows that GIFs are just videos, but I don't know, like little videos, but I don't know why. She was like, how come I can't find a GIF of this? And then I looked what she typed in, I'm like, Mom, it's because it doesn't exist. She's like, oh, I just thought maybe there would be
I love how she chose to
one.
find the GIF for hepatitis and not Baby Yoda, one of the most like popular things of this fucking time
She
period.
doesn't understand how to use Disney Plus.
Oh, show me hepatitis in motion, please.
Show me hepatitis, but make it an anime girl, please.
No, show me
Make
hepatitis,
it
and it's
fucking-
just a picture. No, show me hepatitis, and it's a picture of Pamela Anderson.
All right, that's it.
That's
it.
and Tommy
Okay,
Lee.
Google.
The
And Tommy
hepatitis
Lee.
alphabet.
Alphabet.
Show me gifs of hepatitis.
Also, Jesse, what did you say again? Hepatitis in motion?
Yes.
Congratulations. I'm so putting that in a rap song now.
the first thing that
Oh, yeah.
the first thing that comes up when I look up gifs of hepatitis is the fucking what's that show? Aaron Andre or Eric Andre.
Noise Boys, episode 8. Hepatitis in Gifts of hepatitis. Featuring Nowacking.
Let's do that.
I'm happy to contribute.
Hell yeah. I not to sort of like derail / go back to what we were talking about before, but
Oh no, you're not having a great time talking about hepatitis.
No, I absolutely love hepatitis. Can't get enough. Anyway,
Okay, guys, which is the better one, A or B?
I put it in my Vegemite every morning.
oh, me Vegemite, me glass of milk with ice in it.
Fuck you. Jesse, what's your opinion on ice and milk?
Ooh, what? That's a sin. I don't like that.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Damn
Jesse.
it. Okay, this has to be the thing we ask every podcast.
No, ice does belong in milk. It cools it.
No,
it cools it.
wait, do you want to start asking other random questions? Hey, Jesse, you ever raw dog a prosto? What's your answer to that?
Listen, I can talk about that, but first, the ice is very important to me. Okay, fucking,
so
hold on.
In Australia, well, I don't actually. It can happen anywhere. So when I drink a glass of milk, because I can drink milk straight, not many people can. I don't know why, but anyway, I put ice cubes. Yes, ice cubes in my milk because it keeps it cold.
But okay, this is my issue with ice cubes in soup, because as the ice cubes melt, it changes the consistency of the soup and makes it like 30% water instead of 20% or whatever the fuck.
That's why you
This
don't
is
want milk
my, and
before
this
you
is
eat
my
the soup.
counter, and this is my counter argument. I drink milk really quick, so it doesn't change it for me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine with me.
That's perfectly fine. Okay.
If you let that shit sit and melt,
no,
I will
no.
murder you in real life.
No,
Listen,
absolutely
you don't get a fucking
I would
bowl
never
of
do
pea
that.
soup and put a fucking ice cube in it and let it melt.
I
No,
would
you
never do
switch
that to
shit
any of you,
around.
okay?
No, you don't put ice in. Ice doesn't belong where ice doesn't belong, okay?
I'm glad that you said ice in soup because I actually did that when I was a kid to cool down soup.
I used to too when I was a child, and then I matured into a man, and
Well,
now
it's
I
like-
don't.
it's like-
Yeah, you get a fucking palate, and then you're like, "Oh, this is great. Why would you ever want to put extra water in this?"
It's
Exactly,
like
yeah.
the whole warm milk thing. I can't do warm milk. That's just like really odd to me. I know people.
It's
like,
a difficult texture to get used to because it changes.
Yeah.
It becomes a little thicker with the heat. It's like a hot
I can't
chocolate.
do
So we're
that.
talking about thick milk.
Thick milk.
Thick
The other
milk,
day-
Speaking of thick
juggies.
milk, did you ask me if I raw dogged a prostate or prostitute?
Oh, I said prosto. But actually, that transitions nicely. If you were going to drink milk, would you want milk with or without pulp?
What the fuck?
What
does that even?
Without,
What do you throw cottage
What's
cheese into the
wrong
mix?
with
Jesus.
the cow? Is
Look,
the cow
I'm sorry.
sick?
I'm sorry. That's
the
what
cow
my
has
notes are saying here.
hepatitis.
Oh no!
The
I'm
cow
sorry. I'm
has
just
hepatitis.
flipping through my notes here.
Hashtag everything is cyclic.
Show me a
I just threw my notes
hepatitis
away.
cow in motion.
So that derailed a little, but
have an
anyway.
episode title now.
Can I go back to the tweet that broke the internet when Gene Simmons put not only ice in his cereal, but mixed Oreo O's and Frosted Flakes together?
Well,
Can we
I'm all
talk
for
about
mixing
100?
cereal, but I don't know about that combination, for me personally.
I don't know why you'd put ice in your cereal, but let alone, I think the thing I'm more angry about is the Oreo O's and
It's
the
the Oreo
and the
thing.
Frosted Flakes.
What I was gonna say a moment ago is the other day I drank like half a glass of like bad milk,
Oh,
and I had
no.
like a mini panic attack where I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be shitting and puking out my guts.
Oh, here we go.
a
Talk
whole
about
night, and
Zero
nothing happened.
shitting again. Fuck me.
Nothing happened. Yes,
It's
I
cyclical.
just want my shit on the
Happy
shirt.
Halloween, everybody.
So the whole thing back when Jesse and Zero were talking about, like, you know, getting messages and sort of, you know, like feeling like, oh, dude, I'm actually sort of helping out someone's life. Like,
Right.
you know, that it's so, like, I'm pretty sure I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I guess here we are again. But like that sort of is the real pinnacle of why I do this, like why I make parodies, why I do stupid videos on the internet, is because I feel like if someone could come to me and say that you improved my day, like a random person on the other side of this godforsaken earth, like, you know, if they can say that and be like, hey, you improved my day, that is like the most meaningful thing to me besides, I don't know, ice and milk.
I'm not
But
gonna.
like, it's honestly like that is
I want to see how many fucking people in the comments on this one put ice in.
like two, because we only get like
Jesus.
two comments ever. But like, no, I think that's like the one of the main reasons I continue to do stuff online, because like that's just the coolest thing ever, man. There's like,
Yeah, it's like Jordan's regular videos, hundreds of thousands of views. The podcast, 500 views.
But I don't really think it matters about the views,
I was gonna say
though.
it differs from what people have subscribed to, and I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm like whatever. But like, I mean, technically, YouTube's really sort of.
This is technically the most successful podcast I've been on. Then
Oh, there you go. But I mean, like, YouTube has sort of royally fucked me, but like, I can sort of just be like, you know
It's
what?
fucked everyone.
I still. Yeah, exactly. And it's sort of like, well, if it's fucked me, then it's obviously fucked everybody. You know,
No, my views have never gone down because they've never gone
I
up.
don't need sex because YouTube fucks me every day.
all right, guys,
Yeah.
I have a new topic here.
What's the top?
Most embarrassing line you've had to record for an abridged.
Oh,
Oh
dude,
my
this-
god!
Go.
Can I just say the name of the person I recorded for, and that will explain itself? And Zero, you're gonna get this. Jesse, you might know who this is, but I don't know. But I know Zero will.
Who is it?
When I first started voice acting, one of the first two videos I ever did was for Chisu. Does anybody remember Chisu?
Shisu.
Oh, okay,
Nah.
never mind. He was okay. So he used to be this abridger who used to make stuff on the internet with Windows Movie Maker. Yeah,
Ah, yes, of course.
Fucking
and
Christ.
and only Windows Movie Maker. I even suggested.
I can hear CJ in the back of my head going, "It's actually an okay program, whatever."
No. It's and it was bad. Like, I don't even know how to describe the dialogue he had me read. But like, even back when I was just starting out, I was reading the dialogue, be like, "Dude, what?" Like,
Little baby Skoringo was like, well, I don't understand why this is funny
like
at all.
I don't get the humor. This is like meme culture today, predicted in the past, but it's weird. It's but
Just
like
odd.
it was for some 80s anime parody dubs he wanted me to do, and I can't even describe it. Like the lines of dialogue were me going, like, taking long referential jokes to obscure ass properties, elongating them to the point where they're not even jokes, they're just explaining it.
Pretty sure I think the most.
Also, there was a line about dead puppies and some weird necrocropophilia shit. I can't remember.
That's odd. I think
Weird.
I've never really been really confident in doing I guess like sexual sounds or, you know, like stuff like that, because that's just,
I have.
I know you'd be comfortable, Zero. No, I'm kidding. No, but I've never.
Episode 2 of K-Task.
I've just. I think I've done it maybe once or twice, but like just, and then hearing the other person also be part of that makes me just go, okay. That's just real, like, sort of. I mean, it's not for everybody. People can just do it and be like, I mean, like this. I think I follow like one or two like voice actresses that have been in a lot of porny stuff. But like,
You know
this
what's-
was in a parody. Like, this was not actual dubbing.
Yeah.
This was in a parody, so it's like
Right, it's different.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what's funny is I before being uncomfortable in my body, I was not as comfortable with doing scenes, but now like that I'm comfortable in my body, I'm in a porn game that I can't talk about it just because it's not out yet. But like I'm so comfortable doing everything now, and existing in life. And once you're like in a body that you're comfortable with, and like, oh shit, this is how people are supposed to feel. I'm totally comfortable. I've never been more comfortable in acting. Like, period. I didn't know I was.
That's really cool.
Yeah, like I didn't know that I was bored with acting, but I was, and I didn't know why. And then I transitioned and was like, "Oh, this is what I'm supposed to."
It's a whole new world.
We can, like, I can tell because I know that, like, years and years ago, like, when we used to talk all the time, you did sound a lot more reserved, and now it's just like, who's this outgoing dude?
Who's this me? Who's this called me?
Also, Jesse, can I ask a question? Because I'm a degenerate, and if I'm right, we'll just cut this out.
Sure.
Are you going to be in Honeycam 2? Or Honey Pop 2?
No. I wish, though. Are there any dude characters in there?
No, I don't think there is.
No, but I from what I've heard, there is a character that is kind of, I don't know. There is a trans character in that game. So.
Oh, right. I wasn't sure. I think trans people were upset at that role because it wasn't like, honey. I auditioned for Honeycam, the first one, pre-transition, but like the second one, I think people were upset about it because like they don't do the best job of like describing things, and the audition sides were like very problematic. But.
The second one is the best game, though, because it's actually fun.
Yeah, there's like an actual game element to it, like Honey Pop.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just more phone game shit, pretty much. Like, basically, those games could be phone games, but they're naughty. But the second one was like, it's basically a really oversimplified simulator game.
Oh.
So it's an actual game to it.
I've never played it, but I've seen people play it, and I've heard good things about it, but I've just sort of... I don't know. I've got a Mac, so I don't even know if I can even play on this goddamn thing. It could barely play like RuneScape. Like it's just
everything's Mac compatible, though. I thought.
No,
it's
fucking
not. Remember the other day.
There's like very few things. I can't even play Duel Links.
I remember the other day
here.
when Ryguy was fucking trying to do his live stream and on his Mac, and OBS wouldn't fucking pick up his audio.
Yeah,
his Mac audio is such a pain in the ass.
It's really bad. Like
I thought I got away from this when I stopped doing troubleshooting.
Whenever
it's like fucking.
Whenever I try to stream, my audio and visual are delayed. Even with fixing it, it's still delayed, and it's really, really bothersome. So that's why I'm probably just gonna like transition into a what do you call it? Like a PC. I don't want to. I mean, like I've always been Mac. Like, oh yeah, cool Mac. But like, I think it was mostly because of like iTunes and iPhones and etc. Editing, I guess, too. But like,
and there you go, Jordan. You'll transition your way into a better computer platform.
Oh, I know, right? I've heard, I've heard much better things than this goddamn Apple thing. But
get yourself a really nice laptop or a really nice.
I'm not gonna hate on people who use Macs, but man,
I mean, like
for a long time you couldn't right click. I had an issue with that.
Me too. I hated right click. Like, why? Why is there no right click?
A lot of the original mouses only had one button.
Oh,
yo, you remember the Puck mouse?
Yeah, that was trash too.
With the little thing in the middle of the mouse, the little ball.
Yeah.
I'll take the Gamer Cat's mouse.
I'm using an ergonomic mouse now, so I can't talk. So.
Mine is just a standard Mac one that's just like a... How do you explain it? How do you actually explain this thing? It has nothing. It has no buttons or anything. It's just this random white thing.
Okay. We're using a PC laptop for a little while.
Hey, here's this random white thing.
Here's a random white thing.
You broke an egg on, and it said references.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing that happened. Right?
The how to abridge video that I did, where it was a how to.
Yeah,
it was a how to basic parody where I just threw an egg on a computer,
a laptop, and then you put abridged on it, and then you give it a thumbs up.
And no. It was a laptop, and then I stuck references on it, and then I threw an egg at it, and then I started hitting it, and then I used tomato sauce and barbecue sauce and spilled it all over it as well. It was broken.
Did you do that at your parents' house?
Yeah, I cleaned it all up. It was everywhere. It's like,
That's a very
It was-
it's a very nationalistic thing for you to do because
tomato
Happy Basic's
sauce and
Australian.
barbecue sauce and fucking everything
I
else.
just wanted to see the clip where your dad walks in, sees
Goes,
everything, and
Jordan,
gets
what
mad
the
at you.
hell are you doing, you bastard? I'm like, "Oh."
What you do, you little cunt?
Have you ever been nervous about explaining your internet content to your
Okay,
parents?
so
No.
my dad doesn't understand anything that I'm doing online, but my mum is super duper like supportive of it. It's like, oh my god, and showed basically all her friends of the stuff I've done.
Aww.
And I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom. She's like, I like the time you played that priest who was a pedophile. And I'm like, oh god, please.
My mom is
I'm
like,
I'm
sorry, I didn't mean to. Yep.
No, that's okay. It's okay. No, it's going to be short. I was just like, Mom, I think that was probably one of the worst characters I've ever done, but I'm glad that your choice was unique. Like, but anyway, yeah, sorry, Jesse, you go.
No, it's good. My mom is like super wonderful and supportive, but I recently had to like. She followed me on Instagram, and I'm real horned on Instagram. I feel like my default is, I'm pretty horned on Twitter as well, but Instagram is like, it's shirtless pics and like stuff.
Right.
And
Yeah,
my mom,
yeah.
like, I'll have like a cool like shirtless pic of me, and my mom would comment and be like, "Great job, honey, I love you." And I'm like, this is great, but also like, Mom, I'm
Mom.
and it doesn't fit in with the other comments at all because the other ones are like, "Oh, Jesse, you're so hot," like, "Oh, this," and then my mom's just like, "Great job, honey." Like, so
I love you, honey.
so
That's all right.
Jesse's mom, can you come on the podcast? Can we do a momcast with you and
Oh
Mama
god, she
Doom
would love that.
and Jordan's mom?
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, just
mom
like
cast.
put them in a room and don't like tell them anything to do. Just record and see what happens.
Yeah, this has been a dream of mine forever. I wanted to do this with
fight to
people.
the death, but just with moms.
But I recently it sounds harsh when I say I blocked her on Instagram. I just didn't want to ask her to unfollow me.
Yeah.
Because it got to the point, I think there was like, Instagram stories. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was I had to tell Instagram story about how I had to get a new so to have sex. I have a extender basically that like my dick is too small to penetrate. It's just what I've grown from testosterone therapy. So you put this bigger dick on your dick, it rubs on that dick, and then that's how I have penetrative sex. And I had sex with this dude recently who was sucking my dick, and it was the extender, and he it just wear and tear over years, but he accidentally like with his teeth like shredded a bit off of it, like a chunk off of my dick. So I had to get a new one, and I was like, I feel like it's time for my mom to stop following my Instagram. I think this is it. I don't think I can do this.
This is the pinnacle of I'm blocking you, Mom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, it's not
If your
you.
mom, if your mom sees the picture,
And she's so
and
sweet.
like-
She's so fucking sweet. She texted me yesterday and was like, "Hey, I haven't seen you post on Instagram recently. Are you all right?" And I was like, "Oh no, I have to tell her I blocked her."
Just be like,
Yeah, that's weird.
I guess you just didn't see it.
I blocked my mom on Snapchat because I don't know why the fuck my mom has a Snapchat, but anyway, she's like, if she listens to this,
My
then
dad finally got a Facebook because he wanted to know when all his friends did
Finally
events
got
and
a
when their birthdays
Facebook.
were. And he added me, and I'm like, I'm not adding you. He's like, why not? I'm like, do you really want to see all the videos I post? He's like, no.
My mom
No.
is friends with a bunch of my friends on Facebook. I'm not friends with my mom on Facebook.
I need to add your fucking mom on Facebook.
Add my mom.
I actually have my Facebook set up to where like a lot of my family members don't see my posts. Actually,
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
how
actually
I've
have
done it too.
So I can
I've-
add
that's
them,
smart.
but they don't need to see it. It's kind of a nice little even trade.
I get tagged in a lot of REM figures and a lot of REM this and because everyone knows I like REM and like and my dad's just like, who's this blue-haired cartoon character you get like tagged in all the time? Like, oh, and then
if your dad just wrote "Who's Rem."
But, oh my god, yeah, that would have been perfect. But like,
She's my
when I'm-
girlfriend. She has a
That's my
name. Okay.
yeah. Okay, God. But no, Dad came in, like, I just recently moved, and Dad's come into my house, and I've got all my figures on display. I never used to have them; they were just like on the side of my drawers in my room, and I have them all on display now. And Dad's like, this is that blue-haired character that you. I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm. I've got like five of her, Dad, just like sitting there. But yeah,
That's so
luckily
funny.
none of them are like scantily or
Scantily
anything. They're all just like,
clad.
no, yeah. There's like one wedding ram, and I'm like, cool, but like the rest of them are just like standard kind of costumes or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, Dad sort of like was like, okay, whatever, and then just like looked away. He didn't really want to speak
Bruh,
of it.
I'm 27 and I have Shad-based posters on my wall, and my mom has seen every one of them. And she just says, "Oh, those are nice. Don't you think you're a little bit old for that stuff?"
For that stuff.
That's all I get from her.
My sister when she was younger, she would come into my room, and like this was how many years ago? 2011, it would have been 2012, because the figure that she would come up to and look at was one I bought in 2012. Anyway, she'd come up, she's like, how many? She's like 6 or 5 at this age, and at this time, sorry, what the fuck am I saying? And she'd come in, and then she would walk up to the like what figures I had, and she would pick up the same one every time and turn it around to see her panties and be like, okay. And like every time she'd come in, she would check that one particular, and she could see the panties.
Yo, because Barbies didn't have that shit, man.
Yeah, no, they didn't. Did they? Barbies ever?
I don't
have,
know. I never
Barbies
had
are weird.
one.
They don't even
neither.
have fucking nipples.
Barbies never had nipples. That's all I know. That was just sort of like a normal thing. I guess that.
Well, they originally on the original figure they did, but then they're like, maybe not.
Yeah.
There's too many boys doing things with these things. But
I used to
yeah.
always play Ken, and now I get it. I never wanted to play with Barbie.
I personally main Banjo, but
I was just saying before this podcast, I'm like, part of me knew that you were always a dude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
When people find out, they're
that's
like,
why I always treat you as Steve.
It makes sense. No, that's the. I have some trans friends myself, and like whenever they come out, most like every single time, it's like, I see it. Yeah,
Like Jesse,
makes
like
sense.
Jesse, when you came out, I'm like, I am not surprised.
yeah, no, it's
Like,
it's
I'm
like
pretty
that's
sure
so many.
That's not a bad thing though. That like
Yeah,
shows
yeah,
how
it's,
much people know you.
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely.
You saw,
It's like
you saw like the what is it? The Mirror of Erised? What is that
Signs?
thing from fucking Harry Potter where you look in and you like see what you desire the most? You were looking at it and you were like, nope, I see it. But there's so much shit from when Light touches the Death Note and all those fucking memories just zoom into his head at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Right.
That's
yes.
what
Yeah.
realizing you're trans is like. Like everything from my childhood suddenly made sense. Things like I had repressed, things that I didn't even remember, things that like, you know, there's going through my old shit now. It's so funny. There's a picture of me and I'm like 5 or 6 years old and I'm on an all boys softball team and I'm the only, female looking person there. And it's so funny. Like just so much
that
shit
is-
makes sense.
I think I understand it less now because I didn't watch Death Note because I was a big fan.
Death Note's cool, guys. Watch
Yeah, it
Death
is.
Note.
But I think
I
I
fuck with
understand.
Death Note.
You brain blasted.
Yes, yes.
Brain blast. Yeah.
Just like a
Hugh
million
Neutron.
shots all at
Neutron.
once. A bunch of
My-
memories.
my-
just
Fuck on
mixed
my boy Hugh.
My favorite line in that whole show, I think I've said this on the podcast, I can't remember, is when Jimmy's dad's like, what does he say? I don't know what the context is, but he's just like, I don't want to live on this planet anymore, or whatever. It's just like so dramatic.
Oh, I think it's when he's like pies get all destroyed or something like that. It was like the endless pie or something.
Yeah, he's like, I don't
That
want
sounds
to
like
live
that sounds like a song from one of
anymore.
my punk bands.
It's so-
Yo, Hugh Neutron had swag. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hugh Neutron was a G.
Yeah, Hugh
Jimbo.
Neutron had swag, man. Think
All
about
right,
it.
guys, best dads in cartoons. Do we want to say
Goku is worst
Timmy
dad. Let's
Turner's
just leave it
dad?
at that.
They actually
Goku is
in
worst
Kakarot
dad
they
ever.
tried to rectify that and be like, hey, he's not too bad. He's a pretty
Oh,
cool
I'm
kid."
sorry, man. No, that doesn't make up for all the other years of him being a
Piccolo is-
shitty dad.
They'll say Piccolo is dad.
Yeah, and you know what? When I was a kid, I really liked Piccolo. So when my parents divorced, I started to really like my stepdad. So things make sense in this world. Everything is cyclical.
I mean, I'm more of a Vegeta guy myself, which is funny. I love Vegeta, but I can't stand Bakugo, and they're basically just like sort of the same kind of thing, right?
I like Trunks.
Trunks is cool.
Trunks is a good boy.
I'm
Like,
not going
always
for
like,
anime.
who's our favorite dads? And then we're just like, Vegeta, Trunks. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
we're
this
just
is
naming
all
anime
just the
guys.
same show.
Yeah. They're not
I
even
will break the
dads.
mold a little and say Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Bob's
I really,
Burgers, yo, he is a good dad.
That's
yeah,
a good
like,
dad.
also, Bob and Linda's relationship is wholesome as fuck, and I'm all for it.
Oh, I love their relationship.
Yeah.
You know what? It
All
kind of
right.
reminds me of Hank and Peggy, though, because
Yeah,
it's kind of like,
they genuinely like each other. Like Bob
Yeah.
and Linda are like best friends, and that's what I fucking love. That like, there's so
Yeah.
much toxic shit of like, you know, in cartoons you just see like the dad who's just like, I hate my wife, and they like, we haven't retired that
Yeah.
yet. What?
Well, like Peter.
the only
and
problem is Hank
stuff.
should hate Peggy. Peggy sucks.
Well, guys, I have the most important question of the night.
What?
And it's a question we've all gotten before,
Uh-huh.
but I need to ask it.
What?
Jesse,
Well,
when's the next episode of Boba Boba?
it was fun being on the
Everything is
podcast,
cyclical.
guys.
Joke's on you, fucker.
Oh.
Never been asked that question
I
before.
thought you were gonna
We've
ask
all been
him.
asked that.
I thought you were gonna ask him like, what what guest do you want on the podcast? Because you know, we always
You get to choose,
ask
right?
that.
No, stop it now. It's got to end here. We can't talk about
Wait,
future
yes.
guests with a guest on the podcast.
But we
20
always
billion
do
What
that.
if we got someone like Jerry? What if we got Jerry?
I get to like the previous guest gets to kill the next what is it? Okay, so the next guest
Okay,
gets
so
to
we
kill
gotta get
me. Then
Oh,
Okay, well, we better not make it Jerry then, because
Okay.
yeah, Jerry will be able to kill me. Is the thing. He's just.
those are fighting
Oh
words.
no!
Oh,
He
yeah.
could like bare knuckle for sure murder me. He's just too sweet of a boy. Like he would.
aw,
Aw.
sweet boy.
Can't do it.
He rated me last night on Twitch.
Yeah.
Did he?
He's a cool dude.
He's a good boy.
Well,
He's
actually,
a
in
cool
the
dude from
past,
what I've
I've said like, "Haha, yeah, Jerry could kill me," but I'm getting muscle now. So honestly, it might be a fair fight.
Now you could square up. You could be like,
Can we
"What's up,
just have
Jerry?"
like a
Square
fighting
up.
game with just Nowacking and Jerry?
Hell yeah.
And they're the
That's
only
it.
characters you can pick.
We'll make them in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Jerry, come on the
What do you-
podcast so you can defend
wait,
yourself.
Wait, no hacking. Who would you want your moveset to be based off of?
In Soul Calibur.
Yeah, like if you could pick a Soul
Or
Calibur
just in
character to share
general.
the
In
moveset.
general.
Yeah.
Might be fun too.
I'm gonna go Sans from Undertale.
Okay.
Give
No,
me Sans.
definitely Voldo. Definitely Voldo.
I haven't
Well,
played
Listen, guys,
most
my
games.
favorite
Okay.
Street Fighter character is Terry Bogard.
Yeah, that
He's,
guy.
he's the boy with the
My favorite-
ponytail, I believe.
My favorite Fire
Yeah.
Emblem character is Link.
I know Link. That's one.
Hey, I
one
know that video game guy.
Yeah.
Has
Video
anybody
games.
played Blythe or whatever the fuck her name is?
No, I haven't yet.
Byleth, yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
Kinda hard to
It's really
use.
weird. Like I was like on Twitter, I'm like, Byleth's a lot of fun, but she's very heavy. And then someone's like, "You calling her fat?" I'm like, "No." She's just like she feels heavier than what she is in the game. Anyway, whatever.
What's funny is that, like,
what they appear.
What's funny is I didn't say shit about Byleth. I just kept talking about Cuphead because I was excited.
I'm
Cuphead.
so
Cuphead
happy.
being it was sweet.
The music, man, they put like the best music in it. I'm like,
It
God,
does
that's
have really good music.
Cuphead.
Wait,
Is
is Cuphead in Smash? Is that an announcement that
Yeah,
happened?
he's a Mii
as-
Fighter costume.
But it basically
Oh.
looks like Cuphead.
I don't want to hear any
Yeah.
shit about how that doesn't count. By the
Yeah,
way,
I honestly think that there wasn't really
he
much.
gets the finger guns.
Yeah,
it
the
counts.
finger
Yeah.
guns and also the music. So like, I'm
Yeah.
happy with that. Super smash 'em up butters. Yeah, no, I
Super Bubbler Blaster 3 by Kojima.
Hideo
Coming
Kojima.
soon.
Did we ever speak about that new game, that new Hideo Kojima game? I don't
Oh,
remember.
I got it for Mama Doom got it for me for Christmas.
Oh,
Death
hell yeah.
Stranding?
I haven't played it.
It's
I'm-
fucking
It's the
bananas.
first Strand
Yeah.
type game, guys.
We don't know what that even means.
Hey, what? A what game?
It's a Strand type game.
Oh,
It's the
Strand
first
type.
Strand game.
I'm pretty blown away by what I've seen in it.
Man, it looks like,
not
trash.
as somebody who indulges in a lot of weedawanis. I'm meaning this as I was legitimately blown away.
What Weedamonis?
We don't want us.
It's all right. I'm editing my own thing, so that way when this eventually ends up on YouTube Kids,
I get it. Oh, YouTube kid. No, it's not on. We've talked about so many fucking things on this podcast that it can never go on YouTube.
it's all right. An hour and 19 minutes in. Hey, this is the warning. This isn't made for
Yeah.
children.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that with YouTube, a lot of people like they censor maybe like 2 minutes of the first half of the video, and then like the rest they just don't because people like
Well,
the bots,
that's the thing. Like, if
bots
you
will
don't swear,
they'll only like watch a certain amount and be like, that's fine.
But it's fucked up now because now AVGN's getting recommended to YouTube Kids because their bots are fucking broken.
I don't
Really?
think that's so bad though.
To be
He's
honest,
the angriest video gamer on the kids' YouTube.
most of the time, a lot of the shit that you see in AVGN isn't much different than what you'd see in like an Adam Sandler movie.
that's true.
Wait, speaking of Adam Sandler, that new movie, like,
Uncut
is that
Gems.
good? Is that
It's
good?
Apparently it's rad.
fantastic.
Is it really good?
It's
All right,
so
here we go.
good.
Charles the movie buff.
No,
Alright,
like,
yeah, dude. Charles is like the
I am
movie
the movie
man.
master.
We were making a joke in my stream last night that Charles is the Jay Bauman of the Noisecast because he knows obscure fucking
No,
shit.
like-
No, but
Actually-
that's good. We need to have that film buff. We
Let
have to
me-
have
let
that
He
sort
hooked
of
me up with a copy of that fucking movie last night, and I watched it.
Parasite?
And I wasn't. No,
never mind.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
It's a beautiful
I didn't
day
expect
in
to
the
be crying through
neighborhood.
most of that movie. It was fantastic.
Should
Yeah.
you be my neighbor?
Yo, Tom Hanks is a treasure.
He is.
Tom Hanks, don't go anywhere, please. We love
All
you.
right,
Tom Hanks.
Jesse, what's your movie of last year and why is it Promare?
Wait, best movie of the year?
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh, what came out last year? Oh fuck.
Promare came out last year.
what's that?
It's an anime.
It's
Oh.
basically Gurren Lagann.
It's
the
Gurren
movie.
Lagann with firefighters.
Oh,
Hold on, movies
Premiere.
that came out 2019.
I
love the keyboard.
want to answer this, but I'll be right back.
Oh, fuck.
I'll be right back.
My real answer is Spider-Man: Far From Home. I think was my favorite movie of 2019.
Oh, that
Ooh,
was
watch
that
that.
was really really good. That was
Yeah,
really good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mine
And
was.
it's,
mine was-
I appreciate that it was a good sequel. Like usually, I was like, "Oh no, what's going to happen?" But I trust Marvel, so
I don't want to like without spoiling anything, but there's that one scene around like the midpoint or like almost the end of the movie with like the video effects fight. That was just like so. Oh man, that was incredible. I was like,
That's a good
I was
way
watching
this
this.
fucking movie.
If I could do this, then I'd be unstoppable. Because like it's just so. There's just so much going on. And it flows so well.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, wow, this is incredible. Like,
I've
There's
Are we still on
always-
best movies?
well, oh yeah,
still
we're
yeah,
talking
we're
about
still on
Spider-Man:
it.
Far From Home. That's Jesse's favorite.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to run and use the restroom. Was that good? That's all I want to know.
yes, I love
Yeah,
this.
it's great.
Definitely gotta call that.
Honestly, it's honestly
All
very
right,
great.
so
I fucking love
Also-
Spider-Man. He's
also-
one of my. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say also Jake Gyllenhaal is like my boyfriend, and yeah.
Yes,
I love
He's great.
Jake Gyllenhaal, and I think it's kind of bummer that we didn't get Toby
no,
in
no,
this
no.
as
You
well.
you like
Because Toby and
you
Jake
like
Gyllenhaal
fucking-
look exactly the same in my mind.
no, Doom. We all know that you like what's his name? Fucking John Stamos. But it's not John.
Oh,
Stamos.
you're talking about Paul Rudd. Yes, I don't
It's
like
Paul Rudd.
I don't
John
like
Stamos.
Paul
That's
Rudd.
not John Stamos. Oh, Paul Rudd. Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry.
awesome.
Like, look, I
That's
think.
an inside joke.
Look, I'll be honest. I saw the Ghostbusters trailer. The reason I don't like it is not because of Paul Rudd.
Oh.
He's the only thing in that whole movie that actually makes sense to me.
Oh, that's really
That's
weird.
not why.
I can
that's
see
not
him
why
like
I don't
really
dealing
wanna see
with
it.
ghosts to being like, oh, I gotta do this. He's like,
Hey, it's just me,
personality.
Paul Rudd. I'm just going to be Paul Rudd throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm okay with that. I like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, no, he's great.
Do you guys remember the time when Paul Rudd killed Michael Myers in Halloween 6?
Oh God.
I remember when Paul Rudd said Sex Panther, and I was like, hell yeah. I
You
feel
know,
that.
that's the fucked up part, too, is I've seen so many movies I love that have Paul Rudd in it, but I didn't know who the fuck he was until Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Really?
I
Yeah, 'cause
honestly
they were
think
like,
that's,
yo.
yeah, I think that's when I started paying attention because like I don't really pay attention to like actor by name stuff, and then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's the guy. I've seen him in things. What is his name?
Yeah.
It just made me so
He has
upset.
a very standard name too, Paul
Yeah.
Rudd.
It sounds like a fake
Yeah.
name. If I could be real,
I mean, aren't most like actors have? Don't they have like fake names, or is this a conspiracy?
Pseudonyms.
That's
No, that's real.
Some of them have pseudonyms.
Bruce
Okay.
Willis's real name is Walter Willis.
Walter White.
His real name is Saul Sud. So
So are we still on favorite movies of 2019?
yeah.
I mean, I don't
Yes.
I don't know what mine is. I
Charles,
honestly,
we know you're going to spend 20 minutes talking about your favorite.
I'm not going to
movie.
spend 20 minutes. No,
Just go
I'll be.
for it.
I only have one thing to say about it.
He's got
What?
the least
Is it
talk time
Parasite?
in 2019, by the way. Give the guy some
Yeah, I
time
was gonna
this
say he has
year.
to make up
I
for
was going to
another
say,
4
favorite
hours.
movie 2019, Parasite. Amazing South Korean thriller.
I knew it. I knew
Not
you were gonna
looking
fucking
forward
say
to the
Parasite.
HBO miniseries. That was all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool.
I'm only going to mention movies that I saw in theaters. So by
And it-
default,
Not the Kanye movie, God.
no, it was definitely not that. But by default, it's Us was the best movie I saw in theaters last year.
Oh, that's so nice to say about us, guys.
Okay, so
No.
that's sweet. I liked Us,
really
but
good music.
I really liked Us, but I liked Get Out a lot more. I feel like Get Out was just. I think.
Wait, Get Out was 2018.
Yeah, no, but like as in like his
2017.
movies, his movies that he's.
I think
Jordan
he's
Peele's
got.
movie.
I think he's got a really good eye for what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But my only problem with Jordan Peele is his first two movies are so well done, but I really feel like he's gonna get to the road where he either becomes Shyamalan 2.0 and then the magic is gonna wear off, or he's going to go get better at what he's doing.
Or he could, here's a third option, he could go the route of guys like Orson Welles or Francis Ford Coppola, where they just make consistently
Oh yes,
decent
two
stuff.
of my favorite Smash Brothers characters.
I almost just
Everything
vomited
is
seltzer
cyclical.
all over my computer.
So should we do this new segment then?
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
I was gonna say my favorite movie of last year. I don't actually. I don't have one. I have to sit down and think about it. So just skip me. Yeah,
Okay.
that's easy.
I'll
yeah, we
answer
can do this.
for him. It's Spider-Man: Far From Home. Actually,
Yeah, absolutely.
Godzilla was my
Totally.
Godzilla was honestly probably my least favorite movie of last year.
I watched that and I didn't understand anything because I never watched any of the Godzillas.
I think that gets worse because I know there was worse things that were made, but man, did that disappoint.
That's a shame. Godzilla is such
yeah.
a cool concept, but it's just a shame.
I know.
So I don't even remember what the new segment is.
Oh,
Yeah, what is-
so the new segment, it's called, okay, so title still pending, Noise Boy's Choice. Title still pending.
Or
So-
Noise Boys staff.
Can we
picks.
just call? Can we
That
just
too.
call it the segment title still pending?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
I like
Welcome
that.
to Title Still Pending.
Welcome to
Oh,
Title Still
right,
Pending,
where
the show
we talk
where,
about shit,
where
right.
we Noise Boys get to recommend to you, the audience, stuff to check out, whether it be music, television, movies, series, books, just whatever we enjoy.
We'll keep it to like 2 answers each, because then like this will probably go for like 6 years if we can.
Truth.
No,
Keep
no,
it to
of course.
Title
No.
pending. Jordan, put the title pending graphic up. Right
Yeah,
now,
cool.
by the way.
I'll put up a little title pending, and it'll be really, really
And
simple.
there better be Spark.
Yeah, there you go.
Why is it gotta
but-
be Spock?
Basically, like, the idea we had for this is because there's a lot of time in between podcast episodes usually. We were like, let's give the people something to leave the podcast with so that they can watch this while they're waiting for the next podcast episode.
Hell yeah!
So we're just going
Did
to
you
go around
make
the
that
table.
up on the spot? Because I thought we were just doing it as suggestions. That was beautiful.
I pictured, you know what? I
Actually,
thought about it.
Charles,
It
why aren't
makes
you
sense,
El
though.
Cappuccino on this episode?
Well, because
Fuck you guys.
it's Zero.
I'm taking hold of the wheel, Zero.
Yar, Zero.
We got a mutiny
Fate
on
takes
the
the
ship.
wheel, or in this case, Mr. Skoringo.
This year, Charles sucks up.
I was gonna say it's Captain scoring goal now.
Anyway,
Jesse, you're on a really landmark podcast.
yeah.
I didn't know.
This is my comic shit going on. But yeah, we'll just go around and everybody will share 1 or 2 things that they enjoy. And
Let's start with Let's start with Zero because he's the captain.
yes.
Oh fuck, putting me on the spot. Now I gotta think about
You're
it.
the captain. You
Like,
have to
you're
be
talking
on the
about things
spot.
like recently that we enjoyed, like shit
Just
like that,
anything, anything
or-
that we're sort of like, you know what? I want more people to like watch this or like keep up with this or listen to this or whatever. You know.
Oh man, there's a lot of things I could think of, but let me try to like limit it down.
Just
So,
limit it
Just
to
like
whatever.
2 things. 1 or 2.
2, 3, 8, 12.
I've been okay. Fine. So I started this new thing on my streams. I'm calling a stream roulette, where I go through my catalog of games and randomly pick one. I've been streaming this one game, Custom Robo,
Oh,
GameCube.
yeah. Oh, and the
It's a
GameCube, the GameCube
fantastic
one.
game.
Okay, cool.
I never finished it. I have 3 of the games. I have the one for N64, I have the GameCube one, I have the DS one, but I've never finished any of them, and this is a chance for me to actually finish it. Really solid game, but it is definitely an early 2000s customizable.
You can sort of like feel that it's very clunky-ish. And...
let me put it this way. I played a game a week before I started playing that, doing the same thing, doing the stream roulette called Virtua Quest, which is based on Virtua Fighter. It had some of the same beats that those old like shows, like like Pokemon, Metabots, Beyblade, all those collectathon kid shows. It had certain beats like Dad is never around because he's busy with work, but it's the character's birthday, so his dad gives him a rare item that no one else has.
Okay.
And kid who is interested in in this case robots, isn't very good. It is interested in them, but isn't very good because he's never had one. Gets his robot, instantly is good at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's been tropes for years. Like Yu-Gi-Oh has it,
but you gotta Yu-Gi-Oh does sort of have it, except Zale. Like that one was like he was shit through pretty much the whole show, the main character. And that's why
I like Zale.
See, okay,
I like Yima.
I didn't like Zale that much, but it wasn't because of that. It was just I didn't like the characters.
Time to high five the sky.
Yeah, I'm a dude. Like, I don't know what he does.
That's one thing I'd recommend. Definitely custom Robo. Like fortunately it's kind of hard to find now. So, but like
I was gonna say, I have like 5 GameCube games, and I want more, but they're so expensive and hard to find. It's
and then the other thing I was going to say is lately I've been listening to Poppy's new album. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm going to see Poppy this weekend.
Oh, I saw her. She was great.
I love her.
Yeah, I know. It actually was your recommendation because I knew about Poppy because my friend Tara introduced me to Poppy, and then you talked about it. I'm like, she has a metal album.
She went absolutely hard, man, at the concert. Like, she was just like, it was so cool. And like, so I didn't know much about her until sort of around then, and I was just like, oh, this is fucking great.
It's one of the best albums I've heard all year, and I know that's not saying much, but I'm like, it's very good.
Yeah, so like, and my friend Tara, she's big into Poppy. Even before like the music stuff, she was a fan of her YouTube and stuff. And she got me kind of into it because she's the one who told me about it. So for Christmas, I got her and I tickets to go see it. We're going to see her this weekend.
That's freaking cool.
So yeah, so I'm very excited. I will be doing a review on Zero's album review about her new album. Yeah, I'm just waiting until I go to the show because I want to get a vinyl. So
I want to see how your thoughts square up with mine because me and Fantano were dead on. Let's see where you are.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
I kind of want to do that myself too now that everyone's doing it. I really like the album. Anyway, who's next?
But anyways, go next, Jordan.
Okay, I'll go then. Okay, so I've been binge watching Nakey Jakey's videos. I fucking love Nakey Jakey. Yeah,
God damn it,
dude, Nakey Jakey's great. Yeah. I honestly think like his content's just, I don't know, it's like a nostalgia ride. That's basically what his channel is. Mm-hmm. But like he's just really, how do I explain it? He's just really like good to listen to, and like you can sort of like shut off and just listen to and watch his videos and whatever. And he also has really dope music too. I really like his music.
I actually have a sample of him going in a song pretty soon.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's the episode where he's talking about music and he just says, "Be right back, gotta go to hell now."
That's sick.
I just edited a video for Jack's Films that has like 30 some YouTubers in it, and I don't know YouTubers, but I had to watch through hours and hours of footage to put this thing together.
Yo, wait, you edit for Jack's?
Yeah, Jack's Films, the YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, remember I mentioned that. I'm like, oh yeah, Nowacking. Yeah, edits for Jack's Films. Oh, maybe you were. No, you know what? You know what?
Jack's Film
you
on the
were.
podcast.
I was gonna say you were not here. You were doing something when we were talking about that. I remember that. Yeah. Oh. Anyway.
Yeah, no,
that's very rad though.
That is sweet. I love Jack. He's wonderful. But because I don't follow YouTubers, I would listen to these people. I'm like, this guy's funny, and I'd look him up, and I'm like, oh, he has more subscribers than God. And I was just learning about these people. Nakey Jakey is one of them. Where I was like, this guy's fucking funny. Because I was editing him in this video, and I was like, this guy's fucking funny. Like, I should check out his actual channel. So
Nakey Jakey is like absolutely like, oh man, fucking awesome. Like I'd say probably one of my favorite YouTubers at the moment, like easily. But yeah, no. So definitely, if anyone has never watched or listened to Nakey Jakey, do it because I love him. And I guess what's the next thing? God damn. What is something that I am listening to or something that I want to share? Probably like, damn, it sucks because Nakey Jakey like covers both of those things, music and also. But like, I think like, I guess like I've been playing a lot of Kakarot, fucking Dragon Ball Kakarot.
No.
Why is that a no?
I hear it's bad.
I think it's fine. Why do you think it's bad?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I hear it's bad. I've been watching Oni play it, so I don't know.
Cool conversation. Yeah, but that's but Oni. See, okay,
No,
Oni
no,
rags on
much
basically
different-
everythent. He rags on
much
basically
different
Oni
everything.
Rokaku.
Much different
not
Oni.
Oni
Oh, rip,
plays.
different Oni then. Okay. No.
can you change your answer to Spider-Man Too Far From Home?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man 2 Far From Home.
Oh, I love that game. Movie.
Yeah. That's
Jesse, we'll get to you. Jesus.
That's all I'm gonna
but-
say.
Okay. So I guess I've been playing a lot of it. I think it's fine. Oh, I guess I actually finally started playing Minecraft, and it's pretty cool. I guess.
Minecraft.
What's that? Is that like Fortnite?
Yeah, it's like Fortnite. It's like Fortnite, but they got rid of everything else, and now it's just the crafting, and that's it. How boring!
Oh, what? How many dances can I do?
A whole lot of
Christ.
zero. No,
What about me?
yeah, exactly.
Zero, what's your favorite Fortnite dance?
That's
the one
new
that
ending.
Ninja tried to do during New Year's and nobody did
Poor
it.
Ninja. It sucks. He was out
Ninja's
there. No one-
actually in the game now. It's like, okay.
It's so fucked up. Like, everyone's down there in Times Square. They don't know who the fuck he is. Most of those people probably didn't really know what Fortnite really was, outside of some shit their kids did. It's not his fault that he bombed it New Year.
Man, the village people played during New Year's. I was like, what?
Instead of title
I mean-
pending, the new end segment is what's your favorite Fortnite dance?
Can we also have that as well? We gotta ask. Okay,
My favorite
We
Fortnite
gotta
dance is
ask
when they
our-
start working on Unreal Tournament.
We gotta ask our guest every single one of them.
What's your favorite
what was the
Fortnite dance?
What was your favorite Fortnite dance, and who do you want on the fucking podcast?
And my question, you ever raw dog a prosto?
Yeah, that too.
What is a
All three.
prosto? What?
It's
what
just
is-
slang. I didn't want to say prostitute.
I don't think he means prostate. I think he means prostitute.
Okay.
Yeah, raw dog to prostate.
Okay.
All right,
No,
'cause
okay,
I've
so-
not raw dog
You
to
seem very
prostitute.
confused
I've
about
raw
it, so I
dog to
thought I'd clear it up.
prostates, but not prostitutes.
Well, there you
So
go.
I don't want to say yes and then be like, oh, that's a hip. But
You know,
Kids
that's
are
why we
saying
leave it
the-
at prosto and we let their brain fill in the rest
The
of
correct answer was yes with a question mark.
Okay, so I'm done with mine. Spider-Man Far From Home. Who's next?
All right, Jordan, pick who's next.
Cool. I get to pick. Well, in that case, then Charles. Then go for it.
Oh, okay. So some stuff I recommend. Well, the thing
Yeah.
I'm going to recommend just ended just recently, actually, on Netflix. One of my favorite shows,
Oh, here we
BoJack
go.
Horseman,
yeah.
and
Wait, what'd you say?
BoJack Horseman.
Bojack.
I was gonna say
I am like
it's the
3 seasons.
I was gonna say it's
behind.
the
Okay.
feels trip.
So without spoiling anything, the final season, I'm weirdly disappointed in the finale, but I still think the show is worthy a watch because so much of the show is good that it almost like outweighs what I feel personally is a finale. Maybe it'll grow on me with time, but BoJack Horseman's seriously an awesome show. It discusses so much about like toxicity, the cycle of abuse, and all this other
Yeah,
stuff that's really needs to be in the conversation today.
I really gotta keep up with BoJack. So I actually watched a few episodes when I was hanging out with Ali Fluoro and Kyle. When I
Yeah.
was there, at the Shikari show and the Dance Gavin
Yeah.
Dance show, like I stayed with them, and they're like, "Have you heard of BoJack Horseman?" I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh, let me think. The guy is played by the guy that played Lego Batman." I'm like, "Cool." that's literally all
Paul
I needed to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Rudd.
Also, Jordan, you'll also like it because one of the characters is played by Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad.
Yes, the housemate guy,
Todd.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I love
Fucking
Breaking
Todd
Bad.
is one of the best characters.
Actually, yeah, fuck it. You know what? Spider-Man: Far From Home, Jakey, and also Breaking Bad.
But I do recommend that. And as for video game that I'm playing, I've been doing this actually on Skoringo streams. I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That game is really
that good?
fucking fun.
I've heard good things. I watched Candy Chris's review on it. So
Jordan, you will love it because it's Dark Souls but with Star Wars.
hell yeah, I love Dark Souls, but I also love Bloodborne.
Yeah. You'd like it because it's very more Bloodborne-esque. It's a lot more offense-based.
Combat-y, yeah, cool.
Very
that's
very
good
more
then.
combat-y. It's
I will
very
pick it
fun.
up
Is it like anime Souls?
I will pick it up when I have
AKA Code Vein.
Code Vein. I will pick it up when I have money.
Yeah. It's a fantastic
Sounds good.
game. I really like it. I'm not too deep into it, but next stream I do, I'm going to dive more and more into it. So that'll be fun.
Sweet ass.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You pick now, Charles.
Doom, my boy, what is your staff pick? Title still pending.
I'm gonna keep mine real short and sweet. An album came out middle of the month by 070 Shake called Modus Vivendi. It's a really, really fun album. She's from Kanye's camp, which is not the reason why.
I literally just watched Fantano's review of this. Yeah.
Yes. I actually think it's a very fun, interesting record. She had no features at all on it. She is a very good. She makes very good melodies, very good choosing of what she's doing her shit over. It's got a lot of like 80s flair to it, a little bit of modern electronic in it. It's kind of a really nice overall piece of work.
Hell yeah.
So that's my recommendation. And then other than that, go watch that Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, Toy Story, Toy
which
Story
one?
2, Toy Story 3,
Don't go watch.
and
Philadelphia?
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yes,
Fuck it.
go watch the Tom Hanks movie Spider-Man: Far From Home, where he helps a person who quite literally is just me learn to be a little bit nicer in his life.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that just leaves you, Jesse.
Cool. Okay. So I'll start with something that is a little less known, but I've seen a couple episodes of it, and I'm super impressed with it. It's a cartoon. It's an original cartoon on Netflix called Kipo. I don't know if y'all have heard of it.
Okay.
No, I've seen a thing for it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts. It's really fucking good, and I wasn't expecting it to be, because I'm an
heard of
idiot
this.
and I just judge things by how my first look at it. But there was I don't want to spoil what it is, but there's a gay character in it, and they actually say the word gay, which is fantastic, and no one's fucking doing it. And so people were very impressed with that. So there was
they're
a
not
clip going
dancing around it, like
They're
just
not
like-
prevaricating. They're not prevaricating about the bush.
No, it's literally just like, this is a bush. Like, this is, let's call it what it is. The character's just like, no, I'm gay. And the other one's like, oh, cool, that's awesome. And then, like, it wasn't a big deal. It was a very sweet conversation. So there's like this clip of it going around. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a watch because I want to support the show. And I started watching it. It's really fucking good. So
Hell
I
yeah.
recommend
So-
that.
Let me ask you a quick question though. Is it like a gay character that's just part of their character? It's not one of those like over the top, overzealous
It's
kind
not.
of gay
He's not
characters?
even like
Oh, that's-
stereotypical.
they're
It's
not
just
a stereotype.
That's the best. Yeah, that's the
Thank
best.
God, because like no offense, but I'm so getting tired of the stereotypical gay character.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Like, I'd
Yes,
rather
no,
just
everyone is.
It's exhausting.
We
having
need
to
we
go
need more
through-
Captain Holtz. We need more Captain
I'm
Holtz.
just tired of stereotypical characters in general. It's like
It's one of those things where like and this is like a story that I want to write that I eventually will write. There is a character that I want to put in that's trans, but I don't want to make it about them being trans. I just want that.
You just want it to be part of their
character.
Yeah. It's
Like-
interesting trying to keep a balance of it because it's a people ask me all the time, like, how do you write a trans character? And you do want it to be part of them, but you also don't want it to be the thing, you know? Like,
Yeah, so you can
that's
make it
not
like a
what I
subtle
want.
thing, but not too subtle kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
just sort of part of. Yeah,
Like,
that's
they're
good.
just
I like
another
that.
It takes
character.
away when you like.
But you can show them
Yeah.
like doing a tee shot or like, you know, the examples I look for that did the or I give to that did it really well was Euphoria and Mrs. Fletcher, they're both HBO original series that came out last year, and they're both super fucking good, and they both have trans characters where the representation is really well done, and I'm endlessly impressed, because I'm so used to, oh, there's a trans character, I'm going to flinch, I'm going to, like, cringe at the representation, because they're gonna get something fucked up. But I kept watching Euphoria episode after episode, and I was like, this is actually very good. I'm shocked, but good shocked. So I recommend those shows if you want to see how it's done.
I'm always worried about that, because like when I see a character and like say their personality is they are gay, it's just like, well, that's not really progressive. That's just kind of going backwards.
Right. Like, and some people in real life are like that, and they enjoy gayness or queerness being part of their personality, but if that's all you see in media, it becomes a stereotype. And if someone looks at me and is like, oh, you don't look gay, you don't look pan, it's like, you don't look trans, what does that mean? What are you saying? You're saying that I don't look like a stereotype.
Then it becomes gatekeeping, and then that's horrible.
Right, exactly.
Anyways, I didn't mean to sidetrack your thing. I just was like curious about that because you mentioned it. So.
So that's I recommend those shows if you'd like to take a look at that.
Well, shit. Now I got shit to watch on Netflix.
I'm giving you homework.
I'm gonna dust off the old Netflix.
Yeah. Or actually, you know what? I think they are Mrs. Fletcher and Euphoria are both HBO shows. So if you have like HBO Go or something like that, or
Cheese Danish.
I gotcha.
I'm not saying that, wink, wink, but if you must.
That's a cheese Danish.
That's a big old.
We
have
go
to
on
cheese
Cheese Danish and
Cheese
Yes,
Danish.
we do.
We have to cheese Danish.
Do we really have to? Oh,
No. Like I said, just put like a cheese Danish appreciation just somewhere in this episode.
I love cheese
Zero,
Danish.
you know what to do. You're the audio boy.
Yeah, I know what to do.
The second thing that I was going to talk about was so lots of people have opinions on Life is Strange, the video game. I love to
really
hate to love it. I have so many problems with it, and I like a lot about it. But Life is Strange 2 was coming out a couple of years ago or whatever, whenever it was first premiering, and it was going to be about these two brothers, and I was like, well, it's not queer, so I'm out. Like, there's nothing that hooks me, at least at the time. But I'm playing it recently for streaming, and it's real queer, y'all. I did not know Life is Strange 2 is queer, but they really get into it and do some very good homework, and I was very impressed with it. And like, it's also basically about like these two Mexican brothers who are running from the cops, and that's it hits home close to me as like a Mexican person.
Well, wait, we thought you were two Hispanic people that were always running from the cops. I thought that's why it was
true
comparable.
also, but that we can't say that though, because like then the cops will catch me. No, I'm two people.
I have things popping right now.
I'm not two brothers. Cheese Danish.
Two brothers, but they're fighting women in hats coming down a.
What's that character from BoJack Horseman? Vincent Adult Man.
Vincent Adult Man. He did a business.
Yeah, I did a business.
What is this, a crossover episode?
Yo, shout outs to BoJack for just being awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, honestly, I'm actually going to talk about BoJack next because I fucking love BoJack. But I recommend Life is Strange 2. Apparently, it didn't get good like attention because it's not clear that it's going to be any queerness in the storyline. So a lot of the people who liked Life is Strange because it was queer kind of checked out and didn't check out the sequel for that reason. I'm here to tell you, don't worry, there's gay shit. Check it.
Oh yeah.
Well, even if there wasn't, I was interested to play the game.
I like the idea of Life is Strange. A lot of it, like some of the story stuff for me, like I thought it was all fine. Like some things were a little bit like, okay, I guess I see what you did there. Like there's nothing really wrong with the way it played. The ending is what really gets me because it's like it's incredibly hard.
Yeah, a lot of people had issue with the ending because I won't go into like exact details,
It wasn't
case-
very
Yeah.
satisfying to me. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
The LGBTQ plus community really had a problem with it because you set up this whole queer storyline of like, oh, are they not? And then the
I
two
know,
endings
I
that you
wanted
get
that.
are either bury your gays or queer baiting. There's no good ending for queer people. It just
Oh,
kind of
God,
made us
really?
all
Oh.
sad.
My-
I
Yeah,
thought it's just sort of a lame ending.
Mhm.
I was disappointed because it's like it felt like nothing resolved. I was really disappointed.
yeah.
My,
yeah, no, I agree with that.
My friend,
Very stylistic though. I like
my
that a
friend
lot.
Zach really enjoys the game. He ended up getting a tattoo on him. I don't know what the significance of the tattoo is, but it's like a spiral with an X in like the. I don't know if
Yeah.
that has anything to do. Is that
Oh, yeah.
having anything to do with like it? Oh, okay, cool.
That's the
'cause he
game
got that-
mechanic. You play as a character who can rewind time, and when you use
Oh,
that
okay.
power in the upper left hand corner, it's like this little spiral that goes, and then you can choose how
Yeah.
far back in the spiral to set the timeline. That's really cool.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really cool.
He has that on his arm. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
that's pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, what
it
is
is-
that? He's like,
it's-
oh, it's from Life is Strange. I'm like, oh, and that's all it was. There was no more to it. I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't ask anything more
Play
to
it
it.
as like
Now
when
I
you
know
go to
that that's
play it,
actually
like-
really interesting to me. Cool.
all I'm gonna say is if you do go to play it, think about it like, hey, this is a really fun game with some really cool mechanics, but don't expect the greatest thing ever.
Mhm.
That's all I want to say
I
about
already know the greatest thing ever is Bloodborne. So
It's actually
Sly
Spider-Man
Cooper, y'all.
Homecoming, too.
Yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming is my favorite game. Actually,
Spider-Man
Spider-
Far Homecoming from True 2.
No bullshit though. I was like that Spider-Man game though that came out on
Is this episode
PS4.
gonna have to be Spider-Man
good.
Homecoming?
That was
so
great.
good.
that was so
Hepatitis.
good. I
For
love that game.
Hepatitis, also featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yo, and then that
And
animated
Knuckles, and
Spider-Man
Knuckles, and
movie came out.
So
Spider-Man wins forever.
funny you mention Ann Knuckles. I have some kind of video involving Ann Knuckles coming out in the next little bit.
Is it a Sonic review?
So let's just segue into a short, brief advertising corner.
Yeah.
I just put out my top 10 games of 2019
I
up
watched
on my
it. I
YouTube
liked it.
channel.
I watched it.
Zero-
I
thank you.
literally watched it.
Zeromaster reviews.
Watched it like 5
It's on
seconds
there.
before.
I get a little opinionated, but you know what? I want to back up my statement.
Opinionated on the internet.
That's on there. And
No one's ever...
You can't
God,
do
yeah.
that. Get away from us, Zero.
my Bandmaid review, Conqueror review, has been getting a lot of attention because people are like, oh, but, man, you said the album sucks. I'm like, no, I didn't. I just said it wasn't that good.
No, that means sucks.
So-
Fuck you.
So for my camp, that's what's there.
Mhm.
Doom, why don't you talk about that single?
Yeah, with that fucking tasty line. I really like that one. What was it again?
Thank you. You can't even afford appetite.
Yeah, I love that. That's so
yeah.
cool.
It's kind of like weirdly cyclical because we've done some deep dives today.
Oh, yeah.
Which transitions into something I'll talk about afterwards. But it's a song that I wrote that kind of reflects my life and some shit that's happened and how I'm trying to be the best human that I can be. So it's a nice little number. I already hate it because I've had to listen to that beat and recording like 7,000 times.
It's the same when I
And
edit a
you
video.
know,
Like I hate my
because
voice.
when you start hating it is when it's good.
Yes,
You can-
yes. Nobody ever told me when you'd have to like make content, like you'd eventually end up hating what you love because you have to see it so much.
Listen, man, Aaron Carter still has to sing "I've Got a Crush on You," and that dude wrote that song like 30 years
Yo,
ago.
I have Aaron Carter in a death pool right now. He is not doing so well in life. Like his life has gone on the craziest nosedive I've ever seen. He's got like a picture of Rihanna tattooed on his face now.
What?
He's like, yeah. There was like a whole thing where like
so
him and
weird.
his brother got into a fight on Twitter. Aaron tried to Me Too his brother into some shit, and then just a whole thing ensued, and it was bonkers. And I don't know. Aaron Carter smokes a lot of drugs now, apparently.
Smokes a lot.
Oh my god, I thought Post Malone was bad, but holy shit, this is the worst face tattoo I've ever seen.
I'm sorry. There's plenty of. First of all, there's no good face tattoo. but if
Most
you
Malone
had-
seems like a pretty cool, chill guy.
I know we talked about this in the group chat, but I'm kind of curious because Jesse's here. If you had to get a face tat, what would you get?
Ooh.
I
That's
don't think I would.
I've never asked myself that question.
I would
I
get a teardrop.
No,
'Cause
I
I
want to
killed
get
someone.
like I want to get the big red bee emoji like right underneath my eye, like right where it would be like the teardrop, and then maybe get brown bricks on the other side.
Brown bricks in Minecraft.
I just get that like that real dumb tattoo from Gravity Falls where it's that guy and he has forehead tattooed on his forehead and then like arm tattooed on his arm.
That'd be fucking.
Reminds me of my buddy
cheek
SCR who has
tattooed on his cheek.
a hat that says shirt on it, a shirt that says pants, and pants that says hat.
Ooh, that's good.
Shout outs to Gravity Falls, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been.
That's your favorite show ever, isn't it, Corey?
It's one of my favorite modern animated pieces because I didn't expect to be crying at the end of it.
It's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
great.
Everybody's
watch
so
this.
likable.
It's such a
Even the bad
freaking
guys.
show.
My two as soon as the advertising portion is over, I was going to talk about two other things, but I don't want to interrupt, so I'll wait.
So
Jesse, fucking advertise yourself.
Welcome to the tangent hole.
Oh,
This
well,
is just what we do.
This isn't an advertisement. This was just two more things that I just wanted to recommend for people to check out.
Do it.
Well, I guess it's advertising for them. But
Yeah, hey, everything's an advertisement at the end of the day.
that's true. That's deep. My one of my two favorite. I have three favorite shows, and two of them ended on the same day, and I don't know how to process it. My body is like, I feel tired and sad, but in also a good way because I know you were talking about how you didn't like the BoJack ending, but I think BoJack has a perfect ending.
I said I'm still not sure if I liked it or not.
Yeah.
Well, here I am
I
to
should have phrased
advocate
that
for the good ending. BoJack, I was so scared. Without going into details, I was scared about what was going to happen after the break because they released half of the last season last year, and then they released the second half yesterday. And I was like, fuck, what are they going to do? Are they going to massively fuck this up? What's going to happen? I'm really scared for BoJack. But they did everything right. I was really impressed. Everything that I thought they were going to get wrong, they just kept surprising me and pulling the rug out from under me where I was like, aha, see, you're going to fuck up. But they just kept doing it over and over. And they actually gave it, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a satisfying ending, but it is in a way. I don't think there was going to be a shiny, perfect ending to the story.
I didn't think there was, because that kind of fits the status quo of the show, that life isn't shiny and perfect.
Yeah, because like once you, it is abuse is so difficult of a topic to talk about, because like, it hits home to me because I have friends who were abusive. I've been a piece of shit myself. And it's one of those things where you have to think about like, BoJack had to face this thing where it's like, yeah, you're trying to be a better person, but that doesn't stop your victims from like feeling shitty the rest of their lives because you fucked them up. You have to live with that.
Yeah.
I have to live with things that I've done. Even if I'm a good person now, I don't blame someone for hating me, because if I did something shitty, you can apologize, but no one owes you forgiveness. There's been people who have hurt me more than anything in the world, and some of them have apologized, some of them haven't. But I don't owe an forgiveness to anyone.
Yeah, you don't have to accept it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and BoJack told this really good rendition of that, and I was very impressed. But it's also a numb feeling where it's like, fuck, I'm never gonna. This is it. Like there's no more BoJack. That's a numb feeling.
It sucks.
But I am very grateful. Like Gravity Falls, Alex Hirsch wanted to do 2 seasons, and he did, and that was it. And that's the story he wanted to tell. And we didn't have Gravity Falls season 8, where it's like tired and it's not funny anymore, and we're just kind of keeping this zombie alive. We got this good 2 seasons of Gravity Falls, And BoJack, they didn't want to end it, but they knew that they were going to be ending, so they gave it a proper ending, and I really respect that. Just like the next show I'm going to talk about, The Good Place, is fantastic.
I gotta check out The Good Place.
Yes, it is one of my top 3 favorite shows. BoJack and Good Place had their finales within the same 24 hours. So I consumed this media. I actually watched the series finale of The Good Place before I came on this podcast, and I was like, "Oh God, I'm sad. I can't be sad. I'm about to go talk for 2 hours."
Oh no!
So I
And
cheered
then we
myself the
started
fuck out.
talking
It's a
about
good
really
thing
sad shit. And we're like,
Oh
fuck.
God!
Now, let
Hold on,
I tried to kill
cyclical.
myself. Anyway,
Can I get like a 2-second explanation on what A Good Place is? I have Netflix, but I don't. I'll be honest. I don't use it that often. But I've never heard of A Good Place.
Oh,
What is it?
The Good Place is, let's see. I'm not sure what the elevator pitch is for it without spoiling. My elevator pitch is, honestly, watch the first episode, and if you like it, keep watching. And if you don't, then don't. I think I'm so confident in The Good Place that if you watch the first episode, I think you're gonna just keep watching.
What is the genre of show?
Comedy drama.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
got
funny
Chris
Yeah, I
because,
love
Bell.
comedy drama.
Yeah, it's
Jesse,
got
I
Ted
have the
Danson.
same. Jesse, I have that same level of confidence when it comes to me pitching Twin Peaks to people. So I know that feel.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. I haven't actually seen any Twin Peaks. I played
It's
D&D with the actor for... Oh, fuck, what's his... Ray Wise is the actor's name. I don't know who he is on Twin Peaks. But I played D&D with him, and that was very fun.
That's rad.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
really
actually
he's
really
a
cool.
Super sweet guy.
I need,
should
I need
give-
to actually watch Twin
Should I give
Peaks.
Twin Peaks a try?
You definitely should. It's fantastic. It's easily David Lynch's best creation.
Cool, okay.
I've heard very good things about Twin Peaks. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I know-
What
I
are we
know
doing
who
again?
Ray Wise is, okay.
We're talking about things that people should. Or have we got?
Jordan, what are you advertising?
Yeah, we're
Come
doing
on,
advertising.
Degrassi.
Isn't this sort of like basically exactly what we were doing in our last segment, except it's more about?
Well, fucking whatever. I thought we were going to talk about our own
Dude, what
shit.
is the podcast anymore?
It's true. I guess we do have to.
We're,
I guess we do have to wrap it up pretty soon. All right. So
we're in the
I guess
floating ether
I
of the
haven't,
podcast.
okay, so I haven't made anything of note for a while. Me and James haven't even sat down to script this parody or whatever. But I have had a very good idea of some short things that I don't want to say anything about, but I'm saying it now, and now I feel like I have to say it. But also, I feel like I will make Zero upset because I know that Zero wanted to do something similar to this with me, but so I might not say it. Just so I don't upset Zero. But we can still do it.
If you're talking about Itadaki Seiki,
No.
I already started the script.
It's not Itadaki Seiki. But
If it's the fucking My Hero thing, I don't care anymore.
okay, cool. It's My Hero. So I'm thinking
I
of
have one condition. I fucking want to be Bakugo.
I was fuck. Oh fuck. I was gonna say because I'm gonna do most of the voices,
Do
if
whatever
not
you
all
want,
of them
man.
myself.
Can I be a wall?
Do whatever you want,
Yes,
man.
you can be a wall. Okay, so it's
Yes!
gonna be they're gonna be shorts, and the show is going to be called Good Guy School. That is literally it. So
Good Guy
the
School?
dumbest name I could possibly think of. Like, how do I dumb down My Hero Academia? I'm just gonna call it Good Guy School, and that's
Okay.
it. So
Good guys.
yeah, so I'm
I'm actually really excited for this.
yeah. So,
I can't
so
wait to
it's
see
it's they're just going to be really short, and it's going to just sort of be in no order in particular. Obviously, the first episode is going to sort of lay the foundations of what it's going to be. It's still in like super like I don't know how to explain it, like demo fucking draft mode. Like I'm literally writing shit down.
You're
The only reason
making
I thought
notes.
about the only reason I thought about this is because it's hard to do like my other parody Haneko and stuff because like I'm still trying to figure out who's going to be replacing who, and then James's show and whatever is probably going to take that place. Like that's my biggest show. Like Haneko is sort of like stopped now. I can't really do much with it at the moment until I find someone to replace Emma and stuff. But yeah, I think this will be my little side show as well. And like I think it's going to be super easy to make because it's going to be quick and I'm voicing everyone, so I don't have to wait on people's lines and stuff. And that's sort of the one thing that I've sort of always felt a bit about is waiting.
I need to start
So-
making shorts like you do. I need to just start faking.
That's
fucking
just sort of where
shorts.
my thing is. I think at this point now, I don't make a bridge series most of the time. I just make shorts of random shit. And then if people like see that and go, wow, this is actually quite good.
Well,
you know,
dude,
then-
they are comfy and easy to wear.
Yeah, shorts are comfy and easy to wear.
I am actually wearing shorts right now. This is
Me too.
bullshit.
Me too.
I'm
I'm
wearing
my comfy
I'm
shorts.
wearing my comfy maroon shorts too.
Are we short? Are
Jesse,
we
you
all
fucking
short
wearing
squad
shorts?
right now?
I actually have pajamas right now.
God damn it, Charles.
I'm in
Jesse,
my
you wearing
boxers.
shorts?
That's technically.
Boxers.
Yeah,
That
take
counts.
them
Welcome,
off.
boys.
No, that's a Patreon exclusive, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Wait, I
forgot.
wasn't told about
Everybody
this.
switch over to Noisecast Gold, and then you can get our next podcast in Smell-O-Vision.
Smell-O-Vision. You can smell my my newly conditioned hair. Anyway, so yeah, I'm working on a Good Guy School possibly within the next few weeks to months. Also, yeah, I think My Hero is a very easy show to sort of make fun of too, as much as I like the show. But I also know it's been beaten a dead horse. A lot of people are making parodies of My Hero, but this one's going to be a little different. I've had ideas of how to make it like sort of its own thing.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that goes all right. That's the only thing I can think of because I'm actually doing nothing besides the podcast. I'm waiting for James to get back to me and actually sit down and like write.
All right, well, I guess we better go forward with Itadaki Seiki.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that too because that seems like something that we can. I mean, it's a popular thing. I don't actually think anyone's ever abridged Itadaki.
Maybe I'll ask Arakata to be fucking.
We can't ask. I thought we were going to ask Haley, and she was going to go, "Oh yes."
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, I just want something to do with this. If you need someone to go get coffee, I'll do it. Boys.
Like I said, I want to be the one who fucks her in the ass. That's all I call.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was a hentai. Fuck, I thought it was just a really arrow show.
Oh, that's right. We're gonna have to put that up on Pornhub. Pornhub exclusive. This is Patreon exclusive content, guys.
It's the first time I've abridged hentai.
Fucking a parody, but on Pornhub.
Go check out our new abridged series on OnlyFans.
Hell yeah! All right, I'm done. So who's next? Who's shilling what?
Chuckles.
Oh, I'm next. So I'm doing. Skoringo Streams is back. If y'all didn't know.
Yeah, you
you didn't stream this week.
You were going to say, you said it on the last podcast that it was happening, so.
That it was happening, but as of a couple weeks ago, I am doing streams every Friday, except this Friday, because it's Noisecast Day.
Yeah.
But every Friday around about 5:30, it's usually when it starts, because usually I'm setting up
Pacific
around 4:30
time?
or something like that. 5:30
That's Pacific time, right?
Excuse me.
So that's like
time.
8, okay.
It's really weird potting on a Friday. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, well, I was told this was the ideal time. I apologize. 0.
No, you know what? It was the ideal time, but then I had to fucking change my shift around, and I apologize for that.
It's okay. But no, it's all good. But I am doing Skoringo streams Fridays, and sometimes I'll do a surprise Saturday stream where if I just feel like playing through a game and putting it up, I will be promoting that. So there will be random Saturday streams as well.
surprises.
I'll come in and join one day, maybe, when I have the time. Because I work a lot and it sucks. But anyway.
And as for content outside of that, I am back to voice acting. I'm back at that voice acting grind, auditioning for, God, a lot of projects, like a lot of paid stuff nowadays. Not so much the parody stuff these days, because there's really not much.
Yeah, everyone's a group now, so it's hard to... We've already talked about this.
No, we talked about this in many episodes ago, but as for my own projects, there is something I am working on, and much like your My Hero thing, Jordan, my thing is also in early draft stages, and that's mainly for 2 reasons. Number one, the footage I want will not be coming out for another couple of, probably another season or 2, but when it was announced at Anime Expo, I said, I'm doing this. This is not... No one is stopping me. I am abridging Akira.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, wait, you promised me a role in that, Dick.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you were still good on your word.
I am down for watching that new Akira shit.
Do you need a fat Canadian guy? Because I got you covered.
God, I have a lot of you guys in my shit. I have a lot of people in mind for certain roles. So yeah, like I'll biggest chance to be like, hey, your time. Come on, let's go. Like,
let's do it.
I'll be like Jesus in the Oni cartoon in the second levels. Let's go, my son. Careful, what are you doing? Stop it. No, shh. Come on, let's just go.
Yeah, and he screams. Yeah. Psychic Purple screams really weirdly. I love it.
That's how I do casting. I say, it's time to go, my son, and I just take them up to the heavens of being in my son. No. But no, Akira Bridged is coming soon. I've mostly been basing it off of the manga pages and even the movie to kind of conceptualize it.
I was going to say, so if anything sort of keeps in line,
an outline,
it still
exactly.
Fits. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I hope
good.
to God they don't make a sequel. They don't make a surprise sequel, and you're fucked.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean make it a surprise sequel?
Like they make the anime a surprise sequel.
It's not. Katsuhiro Tomo confirmed it's a remake based more on the books of the manga.
Okay, I'm very excited now. Very excited.
No, it's
Me too.
it's tight, and he's directing it too, which is fantastic. But yeah, Skoringo streams every Fridays and sometimes Saturdays, and Akira Bridge coming soon.
Whenever that happens, yes.
So I know you already talked about the shows, Jesse, but what's the YouTube show again that you're working on?
Pink Blue. That's on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/nowacking. Pink Blue.
Nowacking.
I think there's like 6 episodes out now. If you're a early bird patron on my Patreon, you get videos a week in advance, so you can look at episode 7, which is titled "I Commissioned Porn of Myself." That's available there. I'm working on the Valentine's Day video for this year. It's Valentine's Day Part 3, and I finished editing it today. I think it's like half an hour long, and that goes live on Valentine's Day, which I'm excited about because.
Was this did you say Jack's Films, or was this something?
Oh, this is just on my channel.
Oh, on your channel. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You cut out a little bit, and I'm like, oh, well, I missed who it was for and what it was for, and then I went, oh, whoops.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this.
I was working on a project for Jack's Films that should be coming out somewhat soon. But
cool.
I think, and it's crazy because I've been working on that. It's been a huge thing, long, and I think October was when I started working on it, so it's been a bit. But
oh god, geez,
it's finally done. So excited about that.
You said it was 30 minutes ish?
Oh no, the big project is I think around an hour and a half. Valentine's Day Part 3 is on my personal channel. That's going live on Valentine's Day. That's around half an hour long.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's
cool.
I feel real fucking good. I've been productive as shit. Like usually in the past
so good,
with videos that I've done, I've been insecure and felt like, I got to reshoot a bunch of things. I don't feel comfortable. Blah blah blah. But nowadays I just like everything. I'm go outside and I'm happy and comfortable. I record voice acting stuff in like 3 takes and then that's it. I'm not obsessing over it. And that kind of translates to video stuff. I just really like the videos that I'm putting together nowadays instead of being like weird and insecure.
That's a great feeling.
That's so good though. Yeah, like having that feeling of like being, you know what, I'm impressed with this myself, so I feel like this is good enough, and I'm happy to pop it out there.
I feel very very proud, Dad. I taught that boy how to use a zip file.
You did. It's all for you. When I accept my Oscar.
Hell yeah.
Also, congratulations on the editing gig, by the way, because as somebody who was a connoisseur of many of those early Boba Bo episodes, I'm glad to see that, things have vastly improved since then.
Oh no, it's still the same quality. I'm still very bad. I just get money for it now.
I really need to get my ass in gear and get my editing demo reel out there so I can actually start.
Well, all you need is Windows Movie Maker, man. I still couldn't even say what's
Is that a real industry secret?
I was gonna say, I hope you're still not using a cheese Danish version of Vegas.
Oh, I wish. Vegas.
Hey, you leave those cheese Danish versions.
Hey, I
of
spent
Vegas
like
alone.
$70 a friggin' month for this stupid ass Adobe. But anyway, it does the job, I suppose. But anyway,
I got my copy of Vegas completely free and legal.
Free and legal.
Anyway,
those two things just don't mix.
I've never been busted for torrenting. The only time it ever happened, and I could prove it wasn't me, I didn't download Agent Cody Banks. So fuck you, Gage.
I don't need to download it because I have the whole thing memorized. So joke's on you. Don't you look silly.
Man, that came in our Comcast that somebody had torrented Agent Cody Banks.
Oh my god.
That's fucking funny. Christ.
I'm fortunate that I'm
awesome.
Part of Team 4-Star because they, as an editor, they pay for my Adobe Suite, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that
sweet.
is super duper.
Mm-hmm.
That's rad.
Yeah. Because it
Maybe
makes
one
sense. Like
day
if you
I
want me
too
to do
would
the
be
work,
in-
I need the tools. If you want proper, because if I did have a cheese Danish version of Adobe, sometimes you
Yes, I love how you're just going along with it.
Sometimes
Anyway,
if I send it to them, they're like, "Oh, this isn't compatible," and then they can't edit it if they need to. So it makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's fair
This
enough.
is great. We've warped you, Jesse. You're gonna use cheese Danish for the conversations people.
It's
was
part
gonna
of my
say-
lexicon now.
I was about to say if that.
Yes.
I am so sorry if that actually becomes something in your lexicon. I really am.
Listen, we're
Once we start making merch and we have the beef sandwich with an alien T-posing shirt, I'm sending
I
one
will
to
make
you.
that happen one day. Okay.
stop trying to make cheese Danish happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh man. Well, this has been fucking great, Jesse. It's been great to catch up with you again. And like now that I have you on Discord,
Hell yeah! No, this was wonderful. Thank y'all for having me. I had a blast.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, Jesse,
is
thank you very much
fantastic.
for coming by.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess there's only one thing left to say. Zodiac Escobar, play us out. I can't talk. Zodiac Escobar.
Go Zodiac,
Flip.
go.
Go, do it. Finally.
Go Zodiac, go.
Thanks for coming to the Noisecast. I really hope that you had a blast. Sorry that the fun had to end. And you know we were just chilling with our buttholes hanging out all in your face. And it's what we do every single fucking week, motherfucker. Yeah, that got really dark really quick. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Bye.